All right. So I'm surprised to hear that you went to go see Superman.
I went to a movie theater.
When was the last time you've been to a theater? Because it's been a while, I think, for both of us, but especially you, because you used to go all the time.
Oh, I went to Alien Romulus. I think was the last one.
Oh, okay. Actually, that was my last time, too. Sure. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen many movies in the last couple of years, but I saw Romulus in a theater and I saw Godzilla -1 in a theater.
Okay. That was before Romulus, right?
Yeah. And I went to... Oh, the last one might be... I went to go see the first 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Daima in a theater. Because I wanted to see the dub, which didn't come out for like months later.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but you used to go.
That was such a shame because
the
first 3 episodes of that show do not form a story arc. It's such a weird place to cut off.
That is weird. Yeah.
But that's just what they do with anime. They just like bundle up 3 episodes and put it in a theater. Sight unseen.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't go to theaters generally. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So, but this is one, excuse me, that I had to see for whatever reason. Actually, it's not every day that the potential start of another like decade-long thing happens. I was there for the beginning of the MCU, and I'm definitely gonna want to be there for the beginning of the DCU, I figured. And it's weird because Superman generally isn't a hero I really care too much about, but I have seen every film iteration of Superman, so like I guess I do care a little bit. Otherwise I wouldn't have. And weirdly, Superman was actually the first superhero I ever watched something by. Like I used to watch this old cartoon that my grandparents had like a VHS tape of or whatever. And yeah, so like Superman's actually the first hero I ever watched, but I never got into him as much as Batman, and then Spider-Man just kind of blew my mind after that, and that's kind of where I landed. But I think growing up, there's something I had against Superman because I didn't like how flawless he was. And watching this movie and kind of thinking about the Zack Snyder stuff before Man of Steel or whatever, I think I have changed just how I view all this stuff in general as an adult, where I kind of like that there is a superhero out there that is just always going to be the beacon of like hope in people and not just like a troubled soul all the time sort of thing. So it was kind of nice to see that like this is the return to Superman that like the Christopher Reeves type Reeves sort of thing, which I didn't appreciate back then, but on rewatching within the last decade or so when I was a bit older, I kind of liked the campiness of that as well. So it was kind of nice. This was a nice movie to go see and kind of rekindle something in me. So I really enjoyed it. I actually had a whole thing where like right after watching it, I just wanted to spew about specific stuff and nobody had seen it yet. And I was just like, okay, I'm just going to write up a review that doesn't spoil anything at all that you don't know. I only talk about like Lois, Lex, Superman himself, and just like the visual style and like the stuff that I really enjoyed about that, but nothing else because I went in completely blind. I didn't know anyone who was in this movie actor-wise, or like where they were going with any of it. I was completely blind. I just knew about Krypto. Because that's everywhere in the marketing material.
That is everywhere. It's true. He's very early. He's like the second thing.
And I will say, I didn't realize how big of a role he would play because his role is fucking huge. So I wanted to make sure that nobody else or anybody else that was like me could go in completely unspoiled, but I had to get something out. So if you want to read that, that's on pixel-response.com. It's the first thing right now. But anyways, I'm more interested in what your initial thoughts and reviews are before we go deep diving into like all of the spoiler stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I would say I am a big Superman fan.
Oh,
I have ideas about my preferred versions of Superman, like what I like to see in a Superman version, and it keys back to like the 1940s animated Max Fleischer shorts where he's punching a laser beam.
That's
with like
the cartoon I had, by the way. That's what I'm talking about.
Film serials.
Yeah.
From the 40s where they've like rotoscoped a real person, but he's punching a laser beam. Or there's the other shot I love is there's a building falling over and Superman like grabs it and like puts it back. But it gets it, so it's just like a big giant rectangle is falling down and this tiny green and red dot like pushes it back. Just like that's impossible shit.
That's the cartoon that starts off with the like more powerful than a locomotive and like a train's going by or like faster than a speeding bullet and somebody shooting a gun or whatever. That sort of thing.
Although I think that intro is from the radio drama. Like
right, but it's like animated
shorts.
In this.
But it's in those shorts. Yes, that's what they use as their intro.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I grew up with.
Yeah. And then the next version is almost as old. It's the 1950s live action Superman show that George Reeves starred in.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't really remember anything about that show, but the main takeaway to me is in that show, it's like, which is very different from the way the later Donner movies portrayed it, is Superman is the hips, is hands on the hips. He's the square, and Clark Kent is more of the quick talking, smooth reporter. Like,
right, okay.
Clark Kent is more cool. Like he's wearing a hat and he's doing stuff, and then Superman is corny and square.
Okay, interesting. I should check that out. I've never seen it at all.
Yeah, I have not gone back to it. It's like that, but that idea really lingers on me because it's so different. Because the Donner movie comes along in the 70s and like fucking erases everything in terms of the way you do Clark Kent and Superman on screen. Where where Clark is like the bumbling one and uncool, and Superman is like the fucking. He's just kind of effortless.
Those movies are kind of the de facto way people view Superman in general going forward, like in media completely.
Yeah. The way the Fortress of Solitude is in this movie, all the crystal stuff, that's all from the Donner movie.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
In the comic books, you use a big key to open the door to the Fortress of Solitude. It's a giant key that only Superman could lift.
So, like, I have to ask the question then, and because we're going to talk about it in comparison a lot. How do you feel about Man of Steel and Zack Snyder's kind of revisitation of trying to make it a more down to earth and not tortured is too far, because that movie actually does have a lot of like talk of how Superman is like the hope for humanity and stuff, but like it is very dour in the way it portrays it rather than like colorful and excited, almost cynically like humanity needs someone and I guess it's going to be me sort of thing.
Yeah, I would say I pretty much hate Man of Steel. Like, I just don't like that movie.
Okay.
And I don't like the way it looks even.
The way it looks is the big problem I have with it, because I actually really like Henry Cavill a lot as that character. And I feel like in a lot of ways he was let down with how Superman and Clark are written, but he has such like a natural charisma and the body shape and look. He's the perfect aesthetic for Superman, and I feel like it's kind of a shame that that did so bad. I like Man of Steel a decent amount, but like we're talking like a 6 out of 10. Like it's still like mediocrity to me, like a little bit above.
The character I really hate in Man of Steel is Pa Kent.
His dad is awful.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's awful.
His lessons are awful.
Yeah, and it's too bad because that's
don't
Costner,
save me
right?
From this tornado. Yeah,
so
it's Kevin
stupid.
Costner.
No, it's so stupid. And like Kevin Costner's a good actor too. Like he's wasted. It feels like there's a lot of wasted potential in there, but I still generally enjoy it, and especially
and I just like hate
to
the Superman suit and
yeah, I mean
in that movie.
That Superman in that universe gets so much worse from there that movie is a breath of fresh air in a retrospective way when you see what happens with that character in Batman v Superman and the Justice League and all that stuff. Like he's kind of awful in those. So that movie in particular is like a retrospective. Yeah, this was actually kind of nice because at least they were trying to make Superman and not just like he really wanted to go into the more like infamous style of like deconstructing superheroes, and he said as much in multiple interviews where he fucking hates superheroes. That's why he likes the Watchmen and stuff that has a very cynical look at superheroes and sees them as like demigods that need to be like contained or dealt with rather than like looked up to. And that like it makes you wonder, why is he doing Superman? Because Superman is literally the antithesis of what you want to do.
Yeah. You could. There's so many other characters you could tell this story with. They're not Superman. The other thing that like just is always a bugbear for me in those later Snyder movies is he has other characters act like Superman is Superman, but he made a whole movie where Superman was not that character.
Right.
So it's kind of like, what are you doing? You determined that this was the version of Superman in this world. I didn't do that. You did that.
Yeah, I want to take a little bit of a step back and say that I think he got a lot of pressure from executives that were trying to marvelize what he was doing. Like if they had let him do what he wanted with Superman, it would have still been bad, but at least it would have been cohesive, I think. Where
I'm going to get to that in terms of a big reason I think this movie is good is because it was made by a person.
It was made by somebody with a vision. And it's weird.
Yeah.
Because there are so many. Actually, Nathan and I had a huge discussion about this years ago. That he took umbrage with somebody like a TV spot or something, referred to Zack Snyder as a visionary. And like, I generally like some Zack Snyder stuff, but I don't think I see the vision that he sees or people see. Like, I don't understand why he's a visionary. James Gunn is a visionary because he has a set idea of how to do something and he does it, for better or worse. Zack Snyder's
that big product placement sign for Best Buy in Man of Steel. It's the vision.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Because the thing is that when Zack Snyder is left to his complete own devices, he makes Sucker Punch, which is 5 different visions in one movie that don't coerce with each other at all. They're like at complete odds and ends. It's like a bad video game. So like,
well, the Zack Snyder movie that I like is the movie that James Gunn wrote for him. So,
I mean, sure, James Gunn is a great writer. Yeah.
Like I do really like that Dawn of the Dead remake.
Sure. I mean, I kind of had a kind of little conversation with myself about it. I definitely hated it because it wasn't the one that I love, and that's the only reason. But like, it's totally fine as what it is, for sure.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like Man of Steel, I hate it because I don't like its version of Superman, and also I just don't like it as a movie. It's like the double whammy where it's like at every all my sensibilities are like, this is not what I want. At least Batman v Superman is so fucking stupid that it becomes comedy at some points. Also, when Wonder Woman shows up, it becomes like a normal action movie, which is just funny and weird.
I think the problem I have with it is that Man of Steel ruins Superman because he straight up murders people. Like there's one scene where he actually legitimately with his own hands murders the bad guy. But other than that, he's breaking down buildings. He's not trying to save people. Like, it doesn't matter. He's selfish and people are dying.
That's a huge sticking point in Man of Steel. Superman never tries to fucking save anybody. which
And
is
then
this movie. Superman saves a fucking squirrel. Like he's out here saving people. It's good.
I think like at the end of the day, the reason Batman v Superman pissed me off more was because I admittedly care more about Batman, and he also just straight up fucking murders people and shoots people in that version.
Oh, Batman in Batman v Superman, Batman is like a fucking thug villain character.
He's the Punisher,
He's not
essentially.
Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sucks. He's a moron. He gets completely fooled.
Yeah. No, it's so like that's
like that
why
movie actually
I'm
fucks
upset.
up Batman more than it
It does.
It fucks up. Like it tries to act like its version of Superman is Superman, which is just not true. You create a Superman that murders, maybe own it.
Yeah.
You could probably tell a better story, but also like it's just his Batman was terrible as like written.
So like at the end of the day,
But, yeah.
you don't like the Snyder stuff like at all. And I am pretty ambivalent to it. Like it's all a 6, maybe 7 out of 10 for me. Like,
And I don't like
generally.
the grim take on DC, like in general, as a
Right.
trend they liked to do. I don't like that take on DC superheroes. I've seen it. It's like really, it's not that interesting to me, and it's just been overdone.
Right.
I'm just like not into it.
So you don't like the Nolan Batman stuff then? Batman's kind of
Batman
his
stuff
own thing.
is fine.
Yeah, he's kind of his own entity because he's kind of always been the like boots on the ground. Realistic is
I have no
a
problem with
stretch,
you making
but-
a gritty crime movie that happens to have Batman in it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Yeah. Okay. No. So we're kind of on the same page.
What I
with this.
don't like that like people like the Injustice games are just like not my taste for that material, right? Like I don't think there's like nothing fucking wrong with doing that. It's just not what I want for DC superhero stuff.
And see, I like that stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't think Snyder was given maybe enough rope, or like he didn't care enough to actually see that version through either. It was this weird half measure where he wanted the superheroes, but he hates superheroes, so he wanted them to be shitty. And like he obviously didn't care. The best way to kill my enthusiasm for something that I really like if you're doing something with it, is if you don't care. There's a lot of Resident Evil stuff out there that you can tell it was a paycheck to somebody, but some of them, they're fucking garbage, but they are so fucking fun and have reverence for that garbage that I'm super into it. And that's fine.
Yeah.
The Zack Snyder stuff, it has no reverence at all.
It's not consistent through his movie, because like when Wonder Woman shows up in Batman v Superman, like that the movie just has reverence for that character,
Totally.
like out of nowhere.
They all do.
She's a
all of the
superhero.
DCEU stuff cares about Wonder Woman in a way they don't care about like almost any of the other characters, which is insane.
Yeah.
But sure. I mean, you know who else? Aquaman. They care about Aquaman. Like, it's weird that they care about Wonder Woman and Aquaman when you would think they should care about Superman, Batman. Even the Flash is kind of just like, let's just make him a weird autistic kid. It's like, this is probably not what you should do, but at least, like, whatever.
Yeah, I haven't seen all those movies.
Yeah. Anyways, so
but and there's like a detail that happens in this movie that I think is important to like a Superman shouldn't kill, is fucking Hawkgirl drops that guy, and I'm like, hell yeah. Like, all the superheroes don't have to be like this, but Superman should be like this.
So there is
He's the one.
There's
Like him and
legitimately a part in the
Spider-Man.
movie.
Those are the characters.
where
And Batman, like, have fucking principles.
There's legitimately a part in the movie where there's a giant monster wrecking shit, and he's not only worried about saving every building and person on the ground, but he doesn't want to kill the monster. Like, he legitimately could have, and he's trying to find a way to end it peacefully, essentially.
And he's like, and even if we were going to kill, like, in a more humane way, come on, guys. What are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
So, like,
Green Lantern is fucking rolling his eyes. That's great.
It's perfect.
That's fantastic.
The way they actually do Superman in this is so perfect that it just made me really happy the whole time.
Yeah, this is a movie made by a movie director screenwriter who got to make his movie, knows what he's doing and knows the material. And like that just puts it on such a fucking leg up on most Marvel movies.
And I think the thing I like about James Gunn is that he likes characters that aren't the star. So all of his side characters are like the nobodies that will now become stars because he's brought them to the light, essentially. Mm-hmm. Like having Guy Gardner, the shitty Green Lantern, as the character, the Green Lantern in this is genius, first of all, because you need a foil to Superman who's just like the asshole, right? You need the one who is trying to kill the monster to make it easy, rather like against Superman, who's like, maybe we can put him in an intergalactic zoo or something, like this stupid puppy dog Boy Scout thing. You need somebody who's just like, no, we're just going to fucking murder it. So that
attack its eyes.
Yeah, so that's a great
but
pull
also
for like
put oven mitts on it, that's just great visual storytelling right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the version of Green Lantern they took is perfect for James Gunn's writing. Like, it's absolutely perfect. Because, what's his name? Hal Jordan doesn't fit in a James Gunn thing, like with Superman. Maybe in his own thing, but like not here, for sure. Mr.
It's
Terrific,
a great contrast.
That's a great character to pull, because Mr. Terrific is literally he's just the character that, like, he can do everything. So you can just put him as the MacGuffin to win something when Superman's not around, and it's fucking awesome. It's such a good idea.
And he can do all the computer sciencey stuff to make things work.
Yeah, isn't his power that like he basically can learn anything immediately? Like that's it. He's perfect.
Yeah,
he's perfect. He's
smart.
terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's great. He's such a great pull. Holy shit.
He's got the jacket. It's the fair play.
I really think that the only reason they have Hawk Girl is because they wanted he wanted somebody to screech just consistently. Because I don't really see why else you pull her, but it's so fun. She's so fun.
Man.
Just the screeching every time she's like around is so funny to me.
It's very funny.
Yeah. So yeah, I also really, so starting kind of at the beginning, I really like that it just starts where Gunn like is like, people know Superman, who cares? Like it literally just starts with a cold open of text that says like, Superman has been living on this planet. He's been like doing stuff and saving people. He just lost his first battle. And then like, that's kind of where it starts with him falling.
It sets up this like 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, 3 seconds or whatever thing.
Yeah.
That's just kind of cute.
Yeah.
But
and I like
start
that.
in media res. You know what else started in media res? Fucking Star Wars. It's a good idea.
You're right. It did. I had to think for a second. It's like, it starts in the middle of like Darth Vader trying to like take down the rebels.
We get a text scroll and then we're fucking in it. It's fucking a good idea for a blockbuster.
Yeah, it's great. So just right away, also we get Krypto, and Krypto, it's so fun because he's such a bad dog, and he is so powerful that it's just every time he's on screen, he's like this wild magic, right? It's like you don't know if he's actually going to like save Superman here, or if he's going to like piss on him and then go like chase a squirrel or something. Like you just don't know what he's gonna do, and it's so good.
He does not speak English.
He doesn't speak English. That's right, and he's extremely strong.
Yeah.
So there's that as well. Yeah, I don't know. It was
But
just
like
kind
tying
of
it together when it's like it's not Superman's dog. That is so good.
Yeah,
that's why he's like this.
Yeah, exactly. And
he's
we'll get
he's
to
the dog.
We'll get to it after,
Superman
but
is
like,
looking after currently.
His owner also is like super obviously flippant, which is why the dog is such a shit. But yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, we'll get to it later.
So we see he gets dragged into the Fortress of Solitude, and right away, the Superman robots. Like, it just sets the tone immediately, right? Of like, oh, we're going into like ridiculous comic book stuff. Hell yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
How did you feel about the robots? Because they feel like they're there for like kids or something, but they're not written horribly, at least. So I found them silly in a way.
Yeah, they're silly. I like their jokes about not having empathy.
It's like, oh yeah, yeah, that's true. They're just
actually
blatantly
don't care
saying
if you
we
live
don't
or
care.
die.
Yeah,
But he would like a name that's not
Yeah.
4.
yeah. Gary is also a name. So good. Is that I had to look up who that was because I recognized the voice. That's Alan Tudyk.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I was I was trying to place the voice and I just couldn't. But that's who it is. And yeah, like it sets up a lot of really good stuff that comes into play a little bit later too, with the recording from his Kryptonian parents, Jor-El, as like a comfort mechanism, and they like beam light with like a giant magnifying glass essentially from the sun into his chest to like superheat him so that he heals quicker or whatever. Like they do a lot of really good visual setup and exposition rather than just say stuff, which has always been kind of a DCEU problem as well. Suicide Squad being like the primary one, where they just literally say, she'll cut you in half. I wouldn't die to her though, because her blade holds the souls of everyone. They literally just tell you everything about the character.
I love that Katana line though. It's so funny. It's like the
so
best part of that
bad.
movie because it's so on the nose terrible. Like, this is Katana. Her sword contains people's souls.
Yeah, it's so bad. But like it's just nice that this sets everything up in about 15 minutes of visual storytelling.
Yeah, you still have some like, clunky expositional dialogue, but it's like, normal movie expositional dialogue. It's not the insane fucking garbage that original Suicide Squad had on offer.
Exactly. Yeah. And just like I'll talk about it a lot because I think it's visually stunning. I absolutely love every scene. It looks so good. So like just the giant wide angle lens or whatever, so that there's just like the shot of the landscape and then the Fortress of Solitude coming out of the ice, and even in the Fortress of Solitude just kind of like seeing everything in that surrounding area that he's kind of like around with the robots or whatever. Like every scene looks so good to me. I loved watching, just the active watching of the movie. And I thought it would be jarring at first because the trailers I didn't feel looked very good, like visually, because it was just snippets. Is like, this is jarring or whatever, but it worked really well for me anyways, right from the get-go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember because it's been a few days.
I'd say I'm nitpicking it because I think it looks perfectly fine. It doesn't have as many perfect shots that will sit in my mind for forever, like individual shots, just for me. So it doesn't hit 10 out of 10 on visuals for me. But
okay, I will definitely name the shots that I remember. Okay. But well, as we go through anyway, obviously.
Sure.
Did they introduce Lex right away here? Because we should talk about Lex.
They introduced Lex while he's fighting the Hammer of Bavaria.
Of Boravia.
Whenever they're Boravia, yeah. They're made up country.
Yeah.
Because he's calling out the moves. He's playing a fighting game against Superman.
He is. So Nicholas Hoult, I don't actually really enjoy in a lot of stuff he's been in. Like, he's not one of these actors that like, oh, Nicholas Hoult is in this, sick. In fact, I kind of usually hate him. I don't know why. It's like his look or something. I think he is the best Lex Luthor I've seen, like on live action. I absolutely love just how petty and egotistical, and like he's obviously extremely smart and like is like thinking like 10 steps ahead, but he's such a piece of shit and he's so pathetic. Also, it's so good.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it's instantly recognizable as Lex Luthor. It was great.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, no, he's
my favorite. My favorite
fantastic.
Lex is still Lex from the Superman animated stuff and Justice League. But
right, those aren't live action.
This is that's not live action. As far as live action goes, this is a tremendous Lex Luthor.
I haven't seen Smallville. I've been told multiple times he's very good in that Lex, but I've never seen it. So, I don't know. I don't watch TV. I guess I don't know. I should watch. My one
experience with that actor as Lex is because that actor voice acted Flash on the Justice League cartoon. So they did an episode where him and Lex Luthor switched bodies so that they could have him playing Lex Luthor. But Clancy Brown, who played Lex, completely steals the episode playing Flash in Lex's body. Like, completely steals the episode.
Oh, that's so funny. Holy shit. Wow. That's
Clancy
awesome.
Brown is just fucking unreal. Is like such a good voice actor.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, you're right. He's controlling Ultraman. That's his name, right? Ultraman. It was very basic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is a robot that is the Hammer of Baravia. He beats up Superman and then just like mysteriously leaves or whatever. Kind of giving a warning for Superman to stay out of Baravia. More stuff comes up with Baravia in a bit. We'll talk about that stuff. I think that's some of the weaker stuff. That sort of stuff kind of took away from my like enjoyment a little bit, just because like some of that felt a little shoehorned in, but we'll talk about that.
It has in common with Man of Steel, where this is a Superman movie where Superman gets arrested.
Yeah, exactly. Is it at this time that we kind of learn that Lex Luthor has also created the what the hell? Something Watch. What the hell is the name of it? His like police group for like the Inhumans.
We get that a little later when he's like, because it's like the meeting with the like government people. Yeah.
Okay. So up next would be him as Clark going into like his job, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like after he gets healed up, he comes back and it's kind of like a new day, but he's playing
I think we
Clark
do get
Kent.
introduced to the Lexus portal tech, though.
The portal tech, yeah.
First.
Oh, right, because that's how the robot gets away, right? Or whatever, like the Hammer Baravia goes through it.
Yeah, he flies away, and then he goes through 2 sets of portals to get into Luthor's room.
Right, okay. Yeah. So it's going to be hard because a lot of shit happens in this movie. And like that's been a criticism I've seen a few people on social say. I love that, but I understand. I totally understand.
I want my superhero movies to be fucking dense.
Yeah. People that complain about this, I think, are people that don't read comics. Because like a lot of dumb shit happens in comics from panel to panel all the time.
Like I think within a superhero movie, it should be dense and episodic. Like you should have like sets of fights along the movie. It shouldn't just all be build up to one fight. That's not great for a superhero movie.
This is also the problem the DCEU
that's the problem
has.
That's the problem with origin stories as superhero movies, is that then becomes all about the build up.
The MCU has this issue as well, for sure. This isn't a DC problem. This is a superhero movie problem. Yeah. No, I totally agree. I love, what's his name again? Because I never know how to say it. Cornsweet. David Cornsweet. I love him as Clark as well. Like, it's not as pronounced as Chris Reeves. And one of the things that Christopher Reeves does so well in those originals is that even though he's obviously the same actor playing 2 different people or whatever, there is like a change in how he plays those characters, where I think some of that gets lost in some of the other stuff where Superman is always Superman, even when he's Clark or whatever. Maybe he's just like a little more reserved, and I hate that. Like, I like when there's a change in mannerisms. Cavill is just him. He's literally the same at both. Yeah. So that's the problem I have with him for sure. But like Chris Reeves, I can't remember the exact scene, but there's like scenes where like he's talking in his shitty voice or whatever, and then he like takes off his glasses, and he's all like, you can see in like his posture and just his face and everything that he's just like, oh, this is the Superman now. Like, it's great. And he's
not Clark very much in this movie.
He isn't, but he does have a little bit of a change. And I think there's like a really great scene where he's being interviewed by Lois, and like the way he talks and like carries his voice changes between like when he's like off the record or as Superman or whatever. And it's not as pronounced as I would have liked, but the fact that it's there at all, like, I was like, okay, like you can kind of tell just auditorily what version of him is answering, and I kind of liked that. I wish it was a little bit like more pronounced though. Like, I wish he had gone further into the Clark voice in some spots. But I thought that scene in general was pretty nice, pretty cool. I like that there's like friction between them as well.
Yeah. Because we only really get the real only scene where he's like full Clark is that first scene of him going to the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
And like walking in the door. And
we
like
get some
from
Jimmy
then on,
there.
It's basically, even like when he's in Clark mode, he's like Superman-ish.
Yeah. Jimmy
he's
Olsen is great.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great casting for Jimmy. I love him. I really like Lois in this movie, and we'll talk a little bit more about her in a little. But
yeah,
what
Rachel
I like,
Brosnahan does a great job.
She's great, and I love that like Superman is obviously like super optimistic, and he's just the fun puppy dog person or whatever. And Lois is like the journalist, right? Like, very like clinical in a lot of thinking, like has problems with relationships, obviously gets stuck in her work or whatever. And I like that there's that interplay between them right from the beginning where they're in a relationship, but like it's like the start of a relationship. They haven't been together for years or anything, so they're still feeling each other out a little bit, and it's obvious that they like butt heads or like have different ideas of stuff. Yeah, I just really like how those two have chemistry together.
It's not like so some of the parts of the movie that this reminded me of, just in terms of like setup, like a Superman in media res or whatever, just I made me think of Superman Returns, which is a much worse movie. But that's just a movie where Clark and Lois are married with a kid. Like, so there's nothing here. The like the relationship dynamic of where you've skipped to the part where she knows everything about him. Yeah. But like they haven't said that they love each other yet, right? Like, they're still in early dating mode. They don't live together.
And she makes kind of makes like a comment about how trusting he is. And like, she doesn't understand, like, how are you so fucking trusting? Like, she doesn't get it, right?
Yeah.
To be honest, though,
and Superman not being ready for the Lois interview that he thinks he's ready for is so good. That's so perfect.
The way she just like hits him, she goes like full like journalist, right? So she just hits him with these really hard hitting questions, and she's
fucking good at her job.
I love that the whole thing with the social media comes up, and it's like it hurts his feelings or whatever. What is it? Hashtag super shit or something.
That's the one that gets under his skin.
Like, I thought that was really, really well. That's slick Gunn writing right there too, of just like a little bit of silliness interwoven. I'm okay with that. There are parts in here where the MCU has obviously rotted his brain, because there are some parts that are just like, this is MCU writing and I hate this so much.
Sure.
This is not what the part I'm talking about, though. This I thought was classic Gunn, where two people are just kind of having a weird, like a Kevin Smith argument almost.
Yeah, you want to. He gets mad about the super shit thing. Just like, you fucking on the record.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, and like, I don't know, the way that ends too. It's just, you don't even know if they're actually gonna get back together, because it kind of ends with like, I knew this wouldn't work or whatever. And was it? No, he leaves because like his feelings get hurt or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what happens.
I'm not good at relationships.
Yeah. Obviously not.
Yeah, so I really like this version of Lois. The one thing that I will say, like my ideal version of Lois, which comes from those Fleischer cartoons, is in those shorts, Lois is fucking insane and like constantly putting herself in a position where she's gonna die. Like,
Yeah.
just because she's completely fearless, and it's fucking incredible. But I get why they don't want to like damsel her and make Superman have to save her, so they don't
all
do
the
that
time
in this movie at all.
There will be points where he obviously does 100%.
Yeah,
they just didn't do it in this movie at all, and I really appreciated that. Actually, I really.
But I do think it's kind of like a thing that gets lost in like criticism of the trope of the damsel in distress. That part of what's honestly works about those old Superman shorts is that Lois is actively fucking throwing like out here to get the story and putting herself in really dangerous situations constantly.
Right. Yeah.
Like it like draws Superman. It's not like an incidental thing or whatever. Like it's active on her part, and I think that's good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a different feel than when it's like, okay, we know that Superman is Clark Kent and that he's sweet on this girl, so we're going to go take the girl. Like, it's a completely different feel. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And the way you like, you know, you would criticize the trope. I just think it's a little different in that specific case. The way it was depicted there, as old as that material is.
Sure, yeah. And like, yeah, no, that's true. Because that does change, and I think the Donner films make her more of a damsel also. Like, he's saving her a lot in those, and I never really enjoyed that about those movies. So it's nice that, like, I feel like Lois is just kind of her own person in this movie without him a lot of the time, even though he is kind of the reason why she's doing some stuff. Like when she goes to save him essentially, or like seek out help to save him or find him, like that is her working of her own accord or whatever, and nothing really comes against her for it. But then my problem is that right after that happens, there's so much going on that they kind of forget she even exists, and she's just kind of there. Like she's just doing journalist things. But like I kind of even write I wrote it out while I was like writing my reviews, like, but maybe that's fine. Like maybe like she did the thing, she got help to find Superman to bring him back into the fold, and now she can do what she's good at, which is digging into like information and then providing it to the world to like do a hit piece essentially. That's what her part is. So that's fine. But like I just like her
she's at least
so much.
Still doing something. She's not like sitting on the farm or whatever. Like
literally the farm that exists in this movie that she could sit at. Yeah, no, for sure. In between all of this stuff, there's a lot of talk of this Boravia and Jaranpur conflict, and I know like as soon as like they were talking about this, there's obvious parallels between like Israel and Palestine here. Just the way there's like the over like provided military on the Boravia side, and Jaranpur is just like throwing like any rocks and like Coke bottles and shit at them at the like border or what. Like there's so obviously like weird lines drawn that you can draw things that are going on in real life, and I don't necessarily think that they were put in here because of that. I don't think they were making a direct statement on what was happening, because this movie was being made before this stuff really blew up in the last couple years.
The thing about that kind of situation, it's existed for like a long time. And
there's always two countries doing this. Yeah.
Well, even just specifically the Israel and Palestine thing has been a thing for like a long time that a lot of fiction has drawn on. Like, it's not unique to this movie.
It's not, no. But it's just like another one of those, like, there are parts of this conflict that I like because it is kind of the way that Lex is able to start seeding doubt in if Superman's any good by like, why is this god like poking his hand around in like our human conflicts and our like political conflicts or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the thing I like about Superman is that to him, it's not that he was choosing the Jarhanpur side, is that he doesn't want people to die because he loves people. Like, that's literally his thing, is he's just a happy puppy that doesn't want to see people get hurt. But everyone else is turning this as like, oh, he's politically aligned with this or whatever. So like, there's a good reason to have that in there. I just thought, like, I just kind of wish it was something else. Like, I didn't really care about this conflict sort of thing. And, but I guess it's like the thing that they use.
Lex Luthor have that in common. This conflict exists, not really invested in it.
There's a great like reveal later where Lex is like literally financially invested, and you find out that it's just like, yeah, he invested in this to get to super. Like, I really love how
that's perfect. That's perfect. Lex,
how
writing.
petty
that's
he is.
Perfect. Yeah,
because the whole movie they have you believe that he wants like to be a king or whatever. And then, like, the big reveal is, I don't care about any of this shit. I hate you. It's like, it's so good.
It was in the Justice League cartoon. They have a whole thing about Luthor running for president. And it's the same reveal. It's like, I don't want to be president. Are you kidding me? I just want to piss off Superman.
Yeah, I just want to get at you. I knew it would draw you out. It's like, it's so stupid, and I love it. It's so perfect.
It's so good. I love a villain who just fucking hates our hero.
That's all it is.
Personal hatred for this one person.
And like,
it's so good
and it's great
fiction.
He's brilliant, and he has resources, and he's manipulative. Yeah. That's his power. Is that he manipulates the population and people to be with him, and he has like the money and like savvy to like create machines and like we'll find out like mutants essentially to help him in his cause.
Yeah,
it's great. It's perfect Lex. Like they nail all of these characters so good that it's hard to like, I don't know. It's hard to pick anything really with them apart, besides like some bad writing here and there. But I mean, every movie at some point is going to have a line or two that sucks.
There's also just a thing of like a lot of the story elements in this are the standard story elements you would pick out of a hat for a comic book movie. Like, this is a movie where Superman fights an evil Superman, and there's a big stupid void that's going to eat everything.
Right.
But it's just good instead of being shit, and it's like doing a lot of things all at once. Like, and I kind of see the like the like political stuff that it's doing as like a nod to the last set of the Man of Steel era Supermans, which were like obsessed with Superman is like going to fucking court or whatever, putting Superman in glasses and in handcuffs and marching him along with the military. Like, I feel like it's like, this is Superman as he exists in pop culture. Let's do that, but let's do a good job. You know, let's make a good fun movie.
Totally. And the fact
we can
that
still do other things. That's like kind of what I love about this movie. Is not revolutionary. It's not radical at all. It's pretty fucking safe. It's just the radical part is where it's good. And fun.
Yeah. Like, I think the thing that like worried me, and honestly still does, is that I know this is what a certain subsect of people are going to latch onto. I know.
Totally.
I haven't seen it yet. I know it's coming. Or it might be there and I just haven't seeked it out, because why would I? But like,
they're too busy yelling about it not being Man of Steel.
I mean, honestly, I would rather them yell about that, because then that, at least that proves that like they're just crazy. Like, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine. So we got kind of like mixed up with just some random stuff, which we will. But like, anyways, the Boravian Hammer / Ultraman or whatever, he beats Superman up, and they kind of chase him down to see like where he hides or whatever, like where his Fortress of Solitude is. And once they get that information, Lex is somehow able to enter it, uses his partners Ultraman and the Engineer to basically eradicate all the robots and defenses, subdue Krypto, who is kind of like just hanging out at the fortress while Clark is, living his life in the city or whatever, and dealing with the giant monster, which we'll talk about in a second, as well as the distraction. Yeah. And they're looking for any information to ruin Superman, and they find it, essentially.
Yeah. And the thing that made me think about Superman Returns is this is the plot of Superman Returns, is Lex Luthor breaks into the Fortress of Solitude.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. The distraction is a little monster that is in a little cage that they set free at night that just starts burning stuff in like a little area. And it's just kind of this funny gag of like, okay, apparently this is the distraction. And even the characters that like let him go, the henchmen, are just like, he'll get bigger. And then like it cuts to like the next day, the news is saying like this giant monster is attacking Metropolis, and it's that monster, but like huge kaiju movie sort of stuff going on.
Big smile when like we just get a random kaiju in the middle of this movie. That's so good.
So how much of this movie did you know about going in? Were you pretty blind?
Pretty blind, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about this either.
I watched the trailer.
Okay.
And like halfway through, I'm like, I don't need to watch this. I'm gonna see this movie. Yeah. It's fine
for sure. So I didn't know about this either. They do a lot of things where they're just keeping Superman and what is it? The Justice Gang? What the hell do they call it?
Yeah, Justice Gang.
Gang? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember what the second word was. And the Justice Gang are like dealing with I guess it's Superman dealing with it, and this is where the Justice Gang kind of comes in and like start helping him, because this monster is obviously too big of a threat. He's pushing over buildings or whatever, so Superman can't save everybody and deal with the monster and like all of this stuff at the same time,
and
so
save the monster, which is what he's trying to do.
And save the monster. He's choosing his shots so that he doesn't murder the monster, because he could. Like, let's just get that out there, right? If he wanted him dead, that monster would have been dead, and he would have just carried him out somewhere, probably. But like that's kind of a reveal here too, right? Where like you think he's like fighting this monster and just like not having a hard time necessarily, but like he's not like easily winning. Is like, oh, it's because he's not opening up like fully or whatever. And I love this like moment where the Justice Gang are trying to kill the monster. Essentially, they're giving it everything, and they realize like, oh, he's been holding back or whatever. Like you said, Green Lantern just like rolls his eyes about it, like this is like stupid or whatever. So the attack the eyes thing, and you just fucking Hawkgirl just like smacking the eyeball with the spiked mace made me cringe
and like
a little
struggling
bit.
To hold open its fucking eyelid.
Yeah, the fight in general is just so good, and it gives us like the moment that we've been waiting for, where Superman has to like use his powers to like save people. He like flies in really quickly and saves a woman that's about to be crushed. He lifts up the monster's foot as it's like coming down on some people. Like all of the Superman stuff.
He has to hold the foot there because there's a dog next to him that's barking at him. He has to blow it away.
Yeah, like all of this just dumb stuff that like he's playing defense, right? The whole time.
Yeah, it's always funny anytime Superman's like trying to save something and someone's just fucking there. And he's like, oh no.
Yeah, just like leave, just go or whatever. The dog. So funny.
That's great.
And then the thing that like they show on all the TV spots and on Twitch and whatever, where like a bunch of shit is like about to explode and a little girl's about to get smoked and he just shoots in and like protects her or whatever. That scene's there. It's so good. Every part of this is so good. And I think so. One of the scenes that I think will stick with me is using the big shots. There is a scene where Superman just flies straight up in the air as fast as he can to get the monster's attention, and he's being like barraged by this like flame breath as he's like dodging or whatever, but it has the whole shot open, so you see the monster just shooting fire and him like dodging through it like in one image, and it was just like striking to me. It just looks so fucking cool and I love it.
Hell yeah.
So that's like the first one that I was like, this is awesome, this is so good. That's my first one. Mr. Terrific blows up the monster's stomach, which is awful. Like such a terrible way to kill him, but you know what? It worked.
Effective.
The key spheres did their job.
Effective.
It worked like a charm. Yep, no problem. What did they do with that monster? Did he just carry the corpse away? Did they ever show what he did with it?
I don't think they show it.
I'm guessing he just carries it away somewhere, like out in space, or throws it away or something. Maybe it shrinks. Yeah, I don't know. They just kind of leave it there though, and Superman's not impressed. Not impressed at what happened.
No, he wanted a more humane death for it, or maybe not killing it.
Yeah, exactly. And
which also sets up that like they worked the Justice Gang and Superman like work together, but they're not like on the same page exactly
at all. Yeah, at all. And we also, there was like kind of mentions before of the Injustice Gang like also not being necessarily trusted, like the metahumans is what they call them, like, but at least they're human. Like the thing Lex Luthor hates is Superman. He doesn't love that there's other people with powers, but like it's Superman specifically that he hates him so much. Anyways, so this was all a distraction and kind of in the afterglow of the monster being taken care of and everybody being like, yay, Superman, and cheering for him or whatever. A news thing like broadcast comes up and it is Lex talking about how they found a recording of Superman's real intentions and why he's really here. And it's the recording that we heard before at the very beginning that gave him comfort, or whatever the robot said, of his parents saying, like, we love you, you're, like, going to Earth or whatever. Like, it cuts off at some point, and they would just replay it. Lex and the engineer are able to reconstruct it, and the second half of it is... you'll be able to like rule over humanity. Essentially, they're primitive people. You'll be able to be their god, sort of thing. And like, it's kind of what like the smear material that he uses to weirdly instantly turn everybody who he literally just saved. Like, this part was weird to me. Everybody was happy. It's like, Superman saved us. They watch one news article, and I've seen you Americans and how you deal with news. None of you listen to shit. There's no way everybody would instantly just be like, oh, he's evil, and start booing him immediately. Like, it's so stupid. That part I didn't like at all. But I understand why they did it that way, because they need everybody to just turn on him. I get that. It just felt weird, because he literally just saved all of you. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, that's...
I do also feel like I have to point out that this is a movie written by someone who was canceled on the internet.
Over something he said like 13 years before the cancellation too. So yes. I get the cynicism. I get it. But like, James Gunn also didn't save everybody in that area. It would be like James Gunn stopping a bomb, like a suicide bomber, and then somebody said he said like the N-word 10 years ago, and everybody just starts booing him. Like, it doesn't happen. It wouldn't happen that fast. But whatever. Let's put that aside.
I mean,
Superman is now hated.
I feel like a lot of the people, there was a lot of ambivalence immediately. It wasn't like they immediately, like one guy throws a thing at him or whatever. But like, I feel like a lot of the crowd is just like, what's fuck's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that there's the one guy who's like, is this fucking real, Superman? It like shows him his phone.
I really enjoy that this movie not only like tests Superman's strength, which obviously like he's going to rise up to the occasion every time basically, but there is a lot of emotional like testing as well. Like this is kind of one of the first big ones where Superman just fought a battle against the kaiju, but he's defeated, right? Like he walks away kind of in shame, like finding it hard to like concentrate. He's obviously having like a panic attack of some sort because everything he thought he knew is completely different. And of course the Justice Gang aren't helpful at all. Like they're just like saying like what the fuck is going on.
Blacks out the windows.
Yeah, that's pretty helpful. Privacy. That's true.
To ask him what the fuck's going on. Don't like ask for clarity. Like we need, but they need more information at least. They're not like immediately like clearly you're evil. Like what the fuck's going on? We need more data. This looks bad.
Yeah, but they're the ones that kind of like shake him up a little bit and be like, how would they even get this? And then it clicks at him and it's like, oh, the Fortress of Solitude, and he takes off, finds the fortress is completely just battered, Krypto's gone, and that's kind of like the impetus for he goes to talk with Lois in probably one of my second favorite visual things. He's in a like hotel room or room with Lois, and they're chatting about like what's happening and what he's gonna do next. And in the background, there's just like an intergalactic monster that's being taken care of by the Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific or whatever. And he's just like sipping tea. It's just like, no, this is an easy job. They got it. Or whatever.
I think it's just her apartment.
Love that.
But yeah.
Oh, her apartment, sure. I love that moment so much where he's just
so
like,
fucking good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like that's the thing. That's the thing. Like superhero movies haven't done is like the casual like this that. Oh, that's fine. Like this crazy shit that's happening out there. That's every day. Whatever. Like they can handle this. That's not a big deal. I was trying to find my dog.
What I like is that it is literally the background where they are having a conversation before they even mention what's going on back there. As the viewer, your eyes are drawn to like this visual thing that's happening, and then you make out like some green here and there and like some quick moving like orbs of some sort or something. You're like, oh, the Justice League is fighting a monster while he's sitting here having tea with Lois. And and the fact that they don't even mention it for a while.
Yeah. It's great. It's so good. It's also the power of this is a project headed by a writer who knew what he was doing. Cause like it's the fulfillment of the promise from the first poster of Superman, like putting on his boot while that thing is like happening outside the window. Like they actually followed through on the thing that they were marketing the movie for.
Totally. And just the fact that like this is like something that it takes the four of them to do, and they don't even like this conversation happens about what you're going to do. Not they're talking about other stuff or whatever, and then like 10 minutes later, she's like, "Aren't you gonna go help them?" And he's like, "Nah, it's like a level 1 threat. It's fine. They got it." Or whatever. Like it's just absolutely nothing, which means he could like finish it.
She assumes he was helping them.
Oh yeah.
He's like, no, I was looking for the dog. I guess this is after the scene where it's like the first thing he does is like crash into Lex's office saying, "Where's the dog?" Because if someone broke into your house and stole your dog, like, fuck, dude.
Totally.
Here's my fucking dog.
I love that part because it's the first time we see the hero and the villain face to face, and it isn't even about anything other. Like he's not there to be like, you trashed my robots, you trashed me in the news, you're like doing any of this stuff. It's literally, give me my dog. That's the issue. You
kidnapped my dog. Like, come on.
It's so good. And I really like that Lex doesn't back down either. He's just drinking his coffee with him right in his face. There's just like a psychoticness there with him as well. Like that whole scene is so good. But I
also love that then I love that then Superman turns himself in, not because it's the right thing to do, because he thinks it's the only way he's going to find the dog.
This is what I was about to say. Like, the way he's going to find the dog is by just getting arrested by, what the hell is their name? Something Watch. Metahuman? What the it's so dumb and basic, kind of. Or is it like Luthor Watch, maybe? It's something like that. His cops, and his powered up cops to deal with metahumans or whatever.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember.
It's funny because you literally just saw it. It's like
too
a
generic.
nondescript name that doesn't matter.
I kind of don't love that they call it. I actually kind of get why they do it. They call it Luthor Corp instead of LexCorp.
Yeah, Luthor Corp.
Yeah, which it has been used before, but it just sounds less good. But we never get any information about Luthor's backstory. But making the company Luthor Corp implies that his money is not. He's like inherited. It's not like a thing. He's not like self-made. I feel like that works better for this particular movie. But that's all like side detail implication stuff, because we literally get no backstory on Luthor. He's just a guy who hates Superman, and that's also I kind of love. I love that doesn't feel the need to give Luthor an origin story specifically, because my god, I've seen some too many Luthor origin stories lately.
Okay, fair enough.
Like the newest Superman cartoon, My Adventures with Superman, which I generally think is pretty good, but I hate what their version of Luthor, where he's like he just shows up and he's Alex and he has hair.
Oh, gross. Ugh. Awful. That's awful.
But it does make me think of my favorite Luthor panel of all time, which is when he's in some alternate universe where like the whole like where Superman's parents also came to Earth and like kind of took over, where like Luthor was like worked for Jor-El and he has hair, and then he shaves his hair off and he's like, my hair had become the symbol of the things that were holding me back. It's like by shaving his head, he had unlocked his true self.
Like a reverse Samson or something.
It's such a good. It's one of my all-time favorite Lex panels because it's so unhinged.
That's so stupid. Holy shit. That is so stupid. I love it, though. That's so good. No, that's so good. So yeah, Superman turns himself in and gets arrested and thrown into a pocket dimension, which is what we find out the teleporters that we saw earlier go to. They go through a pocket dimension that allows him to basically fast travel wherever he sets up the gates. The gates or whatever. And we find out that there's a giant contingent of people that Luthor just doesn't like that are there, including ex-girlfriends that talked bad about him. Just in this pocket dimension.
Where he extradites political prisoners for a fee and also stores his old girlfriend.
Yeah, it's so stupid and so funny to me. But of course, you think, well, Superman's just going to break out of here. This is just like a glass case. So, like, what's he going to do to keep him there? This is where we meet Metamorpho being in this movie, which is hilarious. This is a James Gunn pull for sure.
And the thing they set up early is that there's no kryptonite left on Earth from some other thing that happened.
Right, yeah. But luckily, Metamorpho, who is a character nobody talks about, cares about, or thinks about until now, I guess, has the ability to transmutate his body into any element. So luckily, he is being extorted. His son is being held across the way by somebody, one of his henchmen or whatever. So he is forced to hold Superman at bay. I hope that guy was well paid
to sit in
he must
interdimensional jail with this baby.
Yeah, he must be. I guess they only figured it would take a day or two, though. It wouldn't be like a long time, because all they wanted was information from Superman. Then they were going to kill him or whatever. Yeah. But anyways, Metamorpho's in this movie, and he's kind of used for a while as a jailer, essentially, because he's the only source of kryptonite. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a cool use of that character. And you're right, I totally forgot that they set up that there's like no kryptonite, so that's not like going to be the MacGuffin that they use to beat Superman every time necessarily in this universe. They'll find ways, I'm sure, but at least here they kind of killed that right away.
A big divergent point from Superman Returns, where in that movie
It's
Lex
an
created a
island
giant
made of it or
island
whatever.
of kryptonite. Yeah. Because
The literal opposite.
Because old movie Lex Luthor was all about real estate deals.
So stupid. The more and more I've thought back, I actually hate Gene Hackman's Luthor so much for a variety of reasons, but at least it's like funny and campy.
I think it's one of Gene Hackman's worst roles, because I fucking love Gene Hackman, and like he's just not a good Luthor.
Sure. No, I agree. He has hair in that first one for like the whole movie.
I think he has hair in all four.
That can't be, because I remember him bald, but I don't remember which one he goes bald in.
I think he still has hair in 4.
Wait, wasn't that the whole thing though? His hair was fake?
Maybe. I don't remember.
He's wearing a wig, I think. I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
I mean, he was definitely wearing a wig. That's definitely true.
He's an awful Luthor. We just didn't know better, I guess. But at that time, when I was a kid, but awful, just absolutely awful. On the way to his jail cell, also we find that Krypto is here.
I would also say, comics hadn't necessarily figured out Luthor at that point yet either. So,
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Because I feel like they don't figure out business Lex till like the 80s, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
He's just like an evil mad scientist character at first.
Yeah. I mean, there's different versions of him too.
That's
true. I don't know. We're in agreement that version is awful though. That Gene Hackman version.
Yeah.
At least comparatively. I don't like him anyways. In that movie, he's fine. Like, he works with that Superman.
I mean, it's still Gene Hackman, but...
That's why. Yeah. Krypto's being held here in a prison where he's chasing squirrels forever, which I thought was hilarious.
Super squirrels.
Super squirrels.
They have capes.
I thought that was pretty funny. That was cute.
That was a good detail.
That is a good detail, yeah. And anyways, so now starts what, I don't know, would you call this a second act? Maybe even third, where like Superman is missing, Lois is having to work to find where he is, while Jimmy is getting a lead on some dirt, possibly on Luthor, and we get more of the Justice Gang stuff here as well, because obviously being a normal human with no powers, Lois isn't going to be able to interdimensionally hop into a place that's heavily guarded by like robot agent people or whatever, and all of that sort of thing. So Mr. Terrific ends up helping her out, and Mr. Terrific is awesome. He's great. He's such a great pull, and the moment
I love his I don't really do emotion things. He just starts fucking going on about her and Clark's relationship. It's like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah. He just keeps giving her this like cold look. It's so good.
Are you done?
This one I remember is one of the MCU moments where there's just like the slow moving garage door. It's just like, okay, I get it.
Why is this Family Guy bit in this movie?
That was just like, that was one of the ones that I just roll my eyes at. It's like, okay, it's kind of funny, but like this scene is literally like 2 minutes long. It's way too long.
Yeah.
Which is the problem. I like the idea that he's like super technologically advanced, but he has the shittiest garage door ever. But yeah, it just lasted too long for me. So anyways, yeah, he's able. So the thing about Mr. Terrific, like we kind of said at the very beginning, is that with his character, he's a great addition to this whole DCU in general, because he is the reason why you can just hand wave a lot of bullshit and it just be totally fine. Like he's able to just like triangulate his position because he put nanobots in Superman's blood. He puts nanobots in everybody's blood so he can track them. Like that's the answer. And you know what? Fine.
Yeah. It's a it's a character that lets you make Lex more like ungodly smart because you have someone who can then undo that stuff because he is ungodly smart, like the super intelligence thing.
But like not inherently. Like Lex is smart, but he has to learn. Like there is still a little bit of a barrier there where Mr. Terrific still can't just immediately break his system. He has to go to a place, find out like what they're doing or whatever, and then he can figure it out, which I also like because otherwise he would just do everything remotely, right? So like at least there's some friction there at least for him too. Mr. Terrific's just a great pull. He's a great pull for all of this stuff.
I love how they executed on his look. They fucking nailed it.
He looks perfect. That actor does so good.
He's wearing the fair play jacket. He's got a fucking T on his face. 10 out of 10.
The jacket is very much that's my bad motherfucker wallet type moment. Like it's so good. It's such a good moment.
It's such a good piece of character design. Of this like this jacket. This is fair play on the sleeves.
Yeah, and I do love how just like unplus he is about everything. So they land onto the island where Superman's whereabouts kind of drop off dead from his tracking, and there's just everybody here is hostile. And he's just walking by as if nothing mattered. Like he's paying attention to his thing. Like somebody's looking at their phone, essentially walking down the street. Like he doesn't give a shit about any of these people that are about to murder him. And like when they start to attack him, it's just there's just like a click in where like he just kind of like does a thing where all of his T-spheres create a bubble around them while they shoot at them. And Lois is safe in here while he just uses other T-spheres to basically annihilate everybody in the area. And you're just like, this is incredible. Like, this is so good what they've done here.
I love it.
There's a lot of good long shots of like the camera twisting around Lois in the thing and just seeing like what she's seen on the outside of him just like kicking ass with the spheres and like all of that stuff with the music playing. It's a perfect scene. It's so good.
Yeah.
And he has
I
no
love
emotion.
Totally. And I love it because I feel like a normal movie like this, there's like, it would be likely for the Justice Gang to just be treated like a joke. But he gets to be the coolest motherfucker in the world for this one scene.
Yeah, totally.
And
he gets his moment.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
He gets his Quicksilver moment.
Totally. He totally does. And it's well shot. It looks great. And it's just super cool. Like it has so much style. It has a different style.
And it's great having Lois
Superman.
Lane freaking out about how insane this is.
Right, because she's us. She's the normal human watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's such a good scene. And then it just kind of ends with like all these bodies everywhere, knocked out or dead or whatever happened to them or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just keep walking. They just keep going to their thing or whatever. It's perfect.
And
it's
it enforces the thing of like the metahumans they're operating on a different scale than like people. Like you could have a lot of people. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. And like it's also important that these characters, these metahumans, they're incredibly strong. But at the end of the day, they're not Superman, right? Like they're strong enough that they can beat everyone in this area, but Superman could kick the shit out of all four of them easily. Like at the end of the day, he is still their god, really. And like there's an important power scaling here where Mr. Terrific is super capable, but like he's still obviously not at that status. They didn't like push up his power level for like arbitrarily or anything.
They're Ozeki and Superman's Hakuho.
Yeah, he's not even a Yokozuna. He's literally Hakuho. Totally. No, totally. It's not a bad way to look at it. It's a super nerdy way to look at it, but not a bad way at all.
It's niche.
It's super niche.
Niche
super
for
niche.
sumo fans, but yeah.
Super niche, yeah. So he
I
finds
could call him Flash and say he's not, he's sulky, and I get all the StarCraft nerds are like, yeah, I get that one.
that one's for you guys out there. All the StarCraft nerds. Well, you'd have to say it in Korean for them to understand, but yeah,
fair enough.
They find the gateway, and I just love the moment where Mr. Terrific, his facade kind of breaks a little bit. He's like, motherfucker, he actually made one. It's so good.
It's so good because he knows that that's what happened. He's acknowledged it, that this is the thing, and then but actually seeing it, he's like, oh, this motherfucker, this is so scary.
And it's great because we need that moment to really drive home how bad of an idea this was, where it's just like, if anything was just a little bit wrong, humanity, not just humanity, existence is wiped out. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
His thing is this is so stupid, honestly.
Yeah. Luthor's incredibly reckless.
Yeah. And I think it hits harder when that character says it after we've seen how ultra capable he is to just be and also he doesn't do emotions like we were talking about, or you said, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he has an emotion, and it's basically incredulous or fear of some sort. What the fuck?
And we've just seen this being used casually, it's no big deal.
By
throughout the
stupid Boravian dirtbag just using it to grab donuts with Luthor. It's awful. Just awful. Yeah. That's the American way, though. That's the way it goes, I guess. So they hack in, and while they're hacking in, that's kind of where the movie pulls back to what's going on with Superman. He's able to kind of cough out he can help save the kid or whatever, and Metamorphose starts breaking or whatever, and I don't remember what it is exactly, but there's a moment where he's just like, oh no, sorry, I got ahead of myself. Luthor at some point comes back with the Boravian guy, and one of the dudes that they scanned that helped Superman at the site of the monster attack or whatever, that seems to know him. And I guess the way that they knew him is that he gave Superman some free food or something from his cart. He's a cart food guy or whatever on the street.
Yeah.
A nobody. So they use him as kind of leverage. He plays Russian roulette with him, where he puts a bullet in a revolver, spins it, and asks a question, and then pulls the trigger to make Superman answer his question or whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought this bit was really good because we needed something to show that Luthor obviously hates Superman, but he's also a fucking villain. We needed a way to show that he
and also kind of a fucking idiot.
And kind of an idiot. Yeah.
It's I thought that would last longer.
Also, that there's stakes
only brought one guy.
Where James Gunn kills people. It's important to see that people die in this universe, or will be killed if they fuck up.
A guy gets shot in the face. Superman bleeds. Things. Yeah. There are stakes. It's not
there's important stuff.
Not just
here.
A roller coaster.
I love that it only takes one bullet. He does one bullet and is okay, next question. Spins it and then shoots and he kills him. It's oh, that was shorter than expected.
Wasn't long enough to really ask my questions even.
Just how flippant he is about human life as well, too.
I'll go find Clark Kent.
That's a great line. Yeah. That's good. Because just to back it up as well a little bit, is that we know that in this universe, Clark Kent and Superman know each other, and that Superman has given Clark Kent multiple interviews or bits to use in his job.
Yeah, Clark's been giving himself the juicy interviews. He's
been giving himself the juicy interviews or whatever. But in this world, everybody knows that Clark Kent has some sort of connection to Superman as an interviewer. So I really like that comes back here, where Lex is just maybe I'll go get that interviewer that you always talk to or whatever. It's just such a good line. It's so smart. but it's that murder and like just flippant like loss of life that Metamorpho's just like that's where he starts cracking, and he kind of asks him, do you promise you can like get my child or whatever? And he has a change of heart, changes from kryptonite back to normal. Nothing changes because Superman's already been poisoned. He has kryptonite poisoning from being held under it so long, and he's still weakened or whatever and won't get back up. He needs the sun. So they very clearly tell you in this movie that the way Superman works is that Earth's sun is what powers him up.
Yes.
That's a pretty important thing, and it's also good because with setting that up, being in this pocket dimension where there is no sun, and I'm sure in future movies they will do other stuff. Like, there are ways you can make Superman weaker that no one ever uses because they don't want to like think ahead or whatever. But Superman being here in this pocket universe after being hit with some kryptonite for a little bit, he's not going to get better ever because there's no sun. Like, I don't know why more things didn't use this. Like, why? Like, why didn't movies use this more often? I don't get it. It's basic.
Yeah. Movies,
they don't care about Superman.
Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, Metamorpho creates a sun, essentially, which is awesome. That's an awesome moment.
It's so good. He's like, well, I don't know that I have the sun, but I can get close. And he's like, all right, hydrogen.
Yeah, he's just talking to himself, kind of figuring out like what creates a star, essentially.
It's so good.
Yeah, and the flashbangs, everything around him. Yeah. No, that moment is so
You locked Superman in the room with the guy who could make himself kryptonite, but also the guy who could make himself into a sun. Yeah.
Into like a nuclear explosion that powers him up instantly, like an instant battery or something. That moment is so good.
The way it lights up the whole fucking dimension.
Like everything.
Yeah, that shit hits. That's so good.
It's because of the buildup. It's not that he just immediately does it. There's like this slow thing, and then people around him are like, "Oh shit, what's he doing?" or whatever, and they're calling for help.
He's gonna get us in trouble.
Yeah, it's so good. There's so much buildup to it, so that when it hits, it's like the big release of, "Oh shit, it's on now." And yeah, immediately he bursts through, grabs the kid or whatever, goes and grabs Krypto. Like, it's immediately on, right? Like, he fixes everything immediately, which is what you want from Superman. Like, this is what happens. Is that he's super powerful.
I like the thing of like he's breaking out as Lois and Mr. Terrific are getting there. Like,
to try to grab him or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like that he's still kind of weak because like, he got a bunch of energy back, but he's poisoned. He has kryptonite poisoning in his system. He's not going to get fully better until it's out. Yeah. So like, it lends a little bit of stakes as well, where he can fly, he can help save them, he can do a lot of incredible things, but a bunch of like these super guards or whatever, Lex's guards, are still able to like be at a little bit of a challenge when they storm him and or whatever, and he's trying to save the baby.
And you have Krypto as an agent of chaos, like an attacking Mr. Terrific's T-spheres.
His T-spheres, that's so good. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so smart to
you think
also
those things are
have
cheap?
that. What's that?
You think those things are cheap? He's so bad every time Krypto breaks one.
Having Krypto in this movie with a character who uses a bunch of balls is so like clever. Also,
it's so good.
It's so good. Oh my god, like there's so much to gush about. This is stuff I didn't want to put in the write-up because it's like, this is spoilers. Fuck all of this shit.
True.
Anyways, they get out. There's like there's a great moment where he's going down the like, I can't remember what it's called. It's just basically this like pocket dimension river of nothingness or whatever. It's cubes essentially how it looks, but and they're going into a giant black hole, and he's trying to like save the baby or whatever. Anyways, while that's happening, Metamorpho's being surrounded by the guards, and he just starts bubbling up, and they're like, they say something like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Splash us?" And he's like, "Yeah, with acid." And then they just like start melting and dying.
And then he's just a head. And he starts floating after Superman.
Oh god, it's so, that moment is so good. Like even Metamorpho gets his like moments that are kind of incredible too. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
That is a thing that's like so specific to Gunn as a filmmaker, where he's just willing to be like really fucking violent up to these people for like a moment.
Totally.
Just like they just fucking melt. These guys, they just fucking melt.
And he loves body horror. So like anything to do with body stuff, like he's gonna do it for sure. He loves that shit. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, yeah, they get out and they take Superman back to his birth parents, adoptive parents, like his actual parents here.
Yeah, to Kansas.
The Kents. To Kansas, yeah, where he needs to rest and work out the poisoning in his system. And at this time, Lex is pissed off because Superman got out. So he pulls out all the stops. He starts creating just a giant, massive tear in reality or whatever, and throwing everything out to try to get him out because he wants Superman dead. Also, the Baravian government is attacking... why do I always forget the name of this place? Jaranpur? Is that what it's called? God, I can't remember the stupid thing or whatever. They,
it definitely
he basically gives a command for them to attack and trying to split Superman's attention.
Basically, they put the army like on the border. So like the minute that Superman's off the board, they're gonna move in.
Right. Yeah. So there's two fronts where Metropolis and that whole surrounding area, there's a giant like earthquake being torn through essentially, and on the other side of the planet there is a small political conflict where a bunch of lives are like, either way a bunch of lives are going to die, but one of them's like just a war essentially, and the other is superhero bullshit for lack of a better term. I don't understand how Lex is ripping apart reality with his like machines, but you know what? Okay. You need some big stake for Superman to like,
it's a superhero movie
with.
You have the big you saw Suicide Squad, the first one. It's just a big tear in reality.
I've seen
that's just happening.
Suicide Squads. Yeah.
Well, one of them was a good movie and didn't have a stupid tear in reality. It had a giant starfish.
But it did have Starro. Yep. Which is arguably the best way you can destroy stuff. So that was great.
That's true.
Gunn is awesome. He's very awesome. Yeah, like there's this is a whole part where the heart of the movie is, and James Gunn's pretty good at doing like these like really heartfelt moments as well. But I felt like here as well, there's this weird aversion, and I don't know if this is an audience issue or like a movie maker issue, where sincerity can't just be there. So there's like this whole thing about Pa Kent talking to Clark when he's outside and they're having like a heart-to-heart. And the whole time it's just like Martha's just like, "Oh, you big softy." Like, it's just like, you don't have to fucking like basically call this guy a pussy because he loves his son. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
That felt weird to me. Like, I really didn't like that. But like the heart-to-heart stuff or whatever is very good. And that comes back later with kind of like how the ending changes some stuff. That whole part is very, very good. I like it. On the news, they're told like, "Hey, Clark, like, this is what's happening." I think she even says like, "I just washed your boots. I'll go get them." Like, obviously they know he's going to go save the day. Mr. Terrific has been trying to like figure out a way to fix this rift that's happening, and he's found the way, but he needs to get to Luthor Corp's like head office or whatever, where he is, to basically change. He can't break in or whatever.
You can't remotely hack it.
The defenses are too much or whatever.
Too complicated.
So that's good, because that also shows us that Lex and his team are able to at least outsmart like the smartest people. So you need that too, right? Like if Mr. Terrific is perfect in that way, this would have been no issue. You don't need Superman. So you still need Superman to like get close or whatever. And yeah, it's just one of those, this is kind of like the big climactic thing that happens. And I think the reason I like it here is because since Superman is so powerful, you just have to kind of throw everything at him. So you throw in Engineer and Ultraman and the like earth shattering literally, and the army of like robot cyborg warriors, and like just one thing after another, because you need to wear this fucker down. Like you have to throw everything you have at Superman. This is the moment to just like do all of it. And I think like the way that all works out is pretty cool, except they do the cardinal sin of the third act baddie is the evil version of the hero. They literally do that here.
There's literally evil Superman. There's literally a giant space portal that's going to eat everything. And then they just throw in an endless army of fucking Javers just as a bonus.
Yeah. It's just absolutely everything.
It's all of them. They just do all the cliches.
Also, the engineer.
Because you're doing all of them. Yeah.
We haven't talked about the engineer. We should talk about her a little bit.
Her nanobot technology.
Because I think she's cool as shit. Like, I thought she's really cool.
Yeah.
But we
don't really get a lot about her other than that she also hates metahumans, so she allowed Lex to do this to her.
To fight metahumans, yeah. Specifically.
Well, that's about it as far as characterization.
She is a Hideo Kojima creation, 100%, because that, like, holy fuck. He loves nanobots, Hideo. So,
yes. But he'll also use nanobots to explain vampires, so.
Yeah, true. But she's kind of like the technological magician way that Lex can do weird, extraordinary things like hack into the Fortress of Solitude and fix the broken thing. Like, all of this stuff, Terrific probably could do as well with time, but she can do immediately by just hooking into it with her tendrils, essentially, like she's Carnage in that movie that connects to the internet.
And like Venom, she tries to beat Superman by drowning him in black goo.
It's not the worst idea, to be honest with you. The nanobot's like taking over his lungs or whatever, and just stopping air. Because what else do you do? Like, this fucker, you can't shoot him. Like, what do you do with him? I thought it was actually a pretty smart idea. Also, it gives him a reason to fly into orbit only to come crashing down as fast as he can to basically kill her off, her nanobots off. Like, it was really, it's a smart way to, it's a smart hero way to deal with a technological problem that he couldn't deal with otherwise. I liked it quite a bit. Also, he spews up all the nanobots and it looks just like goo coming out of them. And I love that. That's James Gunn right there. Like,
and at the end, it's like there are just a few hairs left or whatever. It's gross.
It's so gross. Yeah. I guess they're the kind of real fight because he's not fighting the giant like black hole Earth ripping open thing. He can't. That's the thing that has to be solved in a second. The immediate threat is Engineer and Ultraman. We find out Ultraman is actually a clone of Superman who is more powerful and also easier to control, aka he is told remotely what to do. And Lex, being a tactician and the smartest man alive or whatever, programmed him to do a bunch of move sets, and he's studied how Superman fights so that he can basically counter him. Like, I thought it was actually a pretty smart idea in how Lex can actually somewhat physically take Superman on without him actually being able to do it because he couldn't physically. You know what I mean? Better than the robot that Lex is known for in like comics and stuff later. Like, I like that.
Or his power armor.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. The power armor. Which is a fine. Honestly, I'm sure that's where they're gonna go eventually. I'm 100% sure he's gonna be in Power Armor one day.
Yeah, that's more like a thing of like mad scientist Lex than businessman Lex.
Yeah, this one, like the fact that he's controlling his own Superman essentially seems like just screams like, yeah, this is Lex bullshit right here. It's great. It's a great way to do it. It does annoy me that it's the third act evil version versus sort of thing, but you know what? Fine. Whatever. There's more than just that, which is why I'm okay with it. Because problem gets that problem is fun because it's fun seeing evil Superman just shoot lasers into real Superman's eyes and just shit like that you couldn't get otherwise.
Yeah,
like a fighting game.
I would prefer a fight, Superman having a fight with someone that was not literally his power set, because I think that's more fun. Like that's one of the things I fucking love about James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie is that ends with them fighting fucking Starro, who's crazy.
Totally.
Like, I think there are deeper pulls you could do that are more fun, but I do sort of appreciate this movie literally just does all the comic book movie things.
It does all of it. Because Engineer's in there. That's the different fight, which he kind of, like, he could win, but he really can't because he gets overwhelmed by the swarm, essentially, right? So, like, it's kind of a cool way to also be like, yeah, Superman's stronger, but, like, there's millions of me or whatever. Like, yeah.
Like, and it's like the setting up these two separate things. Superman, you have to do both is like literally like Joker's fucking plan at the end of Dark Knight, right? Also just like, here are two things, Batman, fucking figure it out.
Right, exactly. And he does.
Or Green Goblin in fucking Spider-Man 1. Choose.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
And then he does both because he's baller.
Well, yeah, that's the problem is that they always do both. And it, like in this,
because this is a superhero movie. It's not a fucking Greek tragedy.
Totally.
Or
yeah.
whatever. I guess in fucking Dark Knight, she fucking does die. So Joker won that one. Point Joker.
Technically, in Amazing Spider-Man, Gwen does too.
It's true.
Well, and like, you know, in all Spider-Man, that's like
actual comic book story that first Spider-Man movie was ripping off. Yes, that was the story where the love interest died.
Yeah, exactly. With the same like,
and there wasn't another thing he was trying to save. She just fell off.
Yeah,
there wasn't even a second thing.
Yeah. Superman beats both Ultraman and Engineer. Ultraman takes longer.
He gets hit by a bus or something at the end.
But aren't they both like still alive at the end? They say they're still like alive in this universe. They're not murdered or anything. So I'm sure we'll see.
I thought Ultraman went into the fucking black hole. He gets hit by that bus.
Ultraman, yeah. Engineer is still around though.
No, yeah, Engineer's alive. They're like she's still breathing.
Yeah, she's still breathing.
But Ultraman
they
gets
make mention of it.
Fucking owned.
Yeah,
but
and
they
that's
can
fine
bring him.
because he's a clone.
Whatever. Yeah. Also, he's Superman. He can go to a black hole and come back and be Bizarro. That's fine.
Oh man, Gunn would totally do Bizarro, 100%. God, that would be so fucking fun. Holy shit! I hope he does.
He makes a fucking cube Earth on the other side of that black hole. I'm fucking all in.
Ultraman's a clone. Like Lex could just make another one. Like if they wanted to do it, so it's fine.
That's also true.
You can kill him, and they do. And then they just send like the army at him. And this is another one of those scenes I was just like, this is great. The wide shot of him just like spinning around really fast, lasering and kicking the shit out of just like 100 of these dudes. That's awesome. That's such an awesome part. I love it so much. And
I'm trying to remember the name of evil Superman from Superman 4. Nuclear Man. That was in that movie.
Nuclear Man. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
He was
again,
like blonde, and he was dubbed over by Gene Hackman, I think, in that movie.
Again, with the wide shots and just like something happening that you can see the whole thing. Like it made me realize that, especially with the Snyderverse, I'm gonna stop calling it that because it's not just Snyder's films, it's all the DCEU. There's a lot of like fast cuts or whatever because a lot of it's CG and they're fighting against like ping pong balls and green screen stuff. Like I get that.
Yeah.
So it's
and
really,
like those movies are like built in the editing room, like Marvel movies.
Totally.
Like like particularly fucking Justice League, where they fucking cut that movie to hell and edited a whole other thing in.
And that's why they have that look though, because they're shot to be able to put into like After Effects and like build the movie from there. Where this is shot with a very clear vision of what they want, and it probably took some like CGI people a lot more time and a lot more effort, and it took their like plotting out the shots with a lot more effort and whatever. But I think it's worth it when you get the big screen, the big scene where Superman's doing amazing shit and it's just staying on it. It's not moving around in a crazy way to hide editing effects. You know what I mean? I fucking love it.
This movie was literally made with they had a screenplay going in, which is one of James Gunn's things he says he wants for this era of DC. It was like, we want a script before we're going to make the movie.
Of course.
Which is a thing Marvel never fucking has. They have no fucking idea of the movie they're making when they go into it. And it makes them a terrible partner for their animation, like, partners. That they're like having them do a bunch of work and then throwing it out because they change their mind halfway through post-production or whatever. And they need to do something completely different. That's part of why they're a fucking nightmare to work with. Because they don't know what the fuck they want. Whereas this is a movie where like they had a story, they had a plan, then they fucking made it. And I just think that's fucking better. They made a good movie because they had a good plan.
It's totally better. Way better, for sure. No, it's great.
But you have to have confidence in the person fucking who's producing, directing, writing the movie to like let them have that much power. Whereas the like Marvel movies are all producer driven.
It's all Kevin power specifically.
Yeah. Kevin Feige has all the power and wants to be able to override whatever the director did.
Yeah, and
to
for
synergize
a while
with whatever, and it works sometimes, and then when it doesn't work, you get a fucking glop.
Well, it worked for a while because I think when you're doing origin stories, a lot of it's pretty easy. Like this movie is Captain America doing this, throw in this as a teaser. This is Iron Man doing this stuff, throw this in a little bit here and there. They're at the point now where I'm sure it's not just him anymore. It's a team working with him to figure it out because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They entered the multiverse. They don't know necessarily how to make things tie together cleanly, and it shows in a lot of their products now. Like they've gotten too big for what they did well.
And they got they had overconfidence because they turned the Guardians of the Galaxy from nothing into something popular because James Gunn made a good movie.
That's right. Yep. Because James Gunn is good at taking weird, kind of shitty characters and making them stars. He's done this in everything that he's ever done. The side characters in most stories are the ones that he likes paying attention to and giving them a moment and then making them cool. So, like, of course, Guardians worked out because nobody gave a shit about the Guardians before that movie and James Gunn, besides, like, specific comic nerds, you know? And even then, people, like, knew Rocket Raccoon. That's, like, the one they knew.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because James Gunn has said, like, he was familiar with the old Guardians of the Galaxy comics that really nobody fucking cares about. Like, that Yondu is from.
Right.
Whereas, like, the Guardians that movie's based on, like, there were comic book fans who cared about those characters because there were recent stories by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning that were good.
Right.
Like there was a recent big storyline where those characters mattered, but even that they weren't like jokesters. Those were not comedic comic books. It was like he was making fucking Warhammer comics in Marvel.
Right. Yeah.
Basically.
No, I think James Gunn was held back a lot by Marvel. So like it's obvious that the DCU people, I think they trust him now after they saw what he did with Suicide Squad and how he kind of like is getting people back on their side in the DC universe
and
or whatever.
Were desperate and more in a position to like hand him the reins, because they just like, please help us.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna do it. Like, for better or worse, he's gonna put out a series of movies that some people are gonna hate. I'm probably gonna love, because they're going to be fun and stupid in the way that I want comic book stuff to be big and stupid, especially DC things. DC is the series that does big stupid things.
Yeah, the thing I'm the most curious about is like, how is this going to go when someone else has to direct one of these movies?
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully he has enough of a say that he's able to keep them in line, though. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah,
we'll see. I'm trying to remember kind of where. Okay, so Superman beats all the things. They get to the LexCorp office or whatever, wherever the headquarters, where he kind of dresses down Lex, and there's this whole that's the moment that Lex, like, the facade completely breaks, where he's just like, I don't give a fuck about anything. I hate you so much. It's so good. Oh, I love it. I love
he's
how
like
much
yelling
at
him. Superman through Ultraman's like radio or whatever.
Yeah, the fact that he's like ripping apart like everything, just so
like
Superman,
all the character personal emotion stuff is just like happening like on top of this fight with like a fucking blank slate. Just kind of weird.
Yeah,
but you know, it's good enough, because like the Lex hatred is so strong. It's like it carries so much.
and like it's relatable, right? Like, as humans, at some point you've hated something so much that you would rip apart your city to see it ended.
Build another dimension and fill it with monkeys at typewriters so they could be chatbots to flame him.
Yeah, that's such a good. The fact that all of that was literally just like him causing smear campaigns against him the whole time is so like, good.
Can you tell this movie was written by someone who is internet canceled?
Yeah, no shit, right? No kidding. So I like that they get there, Mr. Terrific just walks past them, like fixes the problem, is like, okay, we're good. And everything just starts like zippering back up, which is weird how like easily fixed this giant hole in the earth became, but whatever. It's a comic book movie. It's fine.
I love the post-credits scene.
Yeah, both of them are so dumb. So good.
Superman
I love them.
And Mr. Terrific staring at it going, it's not quite lined up right, though. And Mr. Terrific's so fucking mad about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Just leaves and he's like, I'm sorry. So good. Man, it's such a dumb scene. It's obviously a poking at Marvel, just being like, we don't have to do like stupid little callbacks or like things telling you what's coming. You know, like the post-credit scene is just a small moment between these characters.
I mean, even the best Marvel post-credit scenes are like jokes anyway.
Totally.
Probably.
The shawarma scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
Stuff we skipped over.
No, we skipped over a lot. That's just kind of the overview of stuff that happened with Superman.
That's the main plot. Yeah.
That's the main plot. The side stuff with Jimmy, I think, is worth talking about.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. So the whole movie, right from the get-go, while Lex is doing his evil villain stuff, there's this like hot blonde like girl taking selfies the whole time, just kind of being a weird nuisance. We find out that she is the current girlfriend of Lex, but she actually really loves Superman's friend, Jimmy Olsen. And because they were together, Jimmy dumped her because she had webbed feet or toes or something, like something really superficial. And there's like great callbacks and jokes to that, where Lois is just like saying like, your hot ex or whatever. Like she can't believe that he dumped her, or that he gets these like really like gorgeous women because it's Jimmy, right? Like he's kind of a douche. And there's this whole like B plot of him getting information to ruin Lex from her because Lex is being mean to her and she wants to be back with him, and him kind of almost coercing her and just being like, yeah, we can totally like hang out this weekend if you send me all these pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's that funny moment of just like, you think that she's a complete moron because the pictures that she sends are all selfies of her. With the big reveal being she was taking selfies of herself with like other things in the background in like frame that would ruin like Lex if they got
documents.
Out. Yeah. So, it's so good.
Their big one is like a map that's like Luthor Andio or whatever. What's his fake Luthor country?
Yeah, it shows like Baravia, and where like Jaranpur or whatever is now called like Luthopia or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously his side of this country when it's
Luthor's gonna be king.
Yeah, that whole thing is really great because she's such like a ditz, but she's also like the inside man, just like spy shit going on. So I thought that was really fun, and that comes together really well, where that's what they like use to kind of tear him down.
Love about Jimmy Olsen. Like
she
in a way
loves
where you get like he's uncomfortable about it because she's a little clingy.
Yeah. Like at the end, or doesn't she say something about like, how's your mom? I think I love your mom more than I like you or whatever, or something like just really
like you met her once.
Really weird, like girlfriend stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's super fun. That actress does really great in this weird, like ditzy role. I thought she was very fun. And, it just seemed like a weird thing that they added in, because right at the beginning where the Hammer Baravia is being controlled and Lex is like freaking out and like having a good time beating up Superman from his tower there, and she's just like standing there taking pictures, you're just like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? I love that there's a reason for it at the end. It's so good. Yeah. No,
and also, I think
that
stuff helps this feel like a modern movie. Like,
yes, it does.
Like we live in a world of phones. Like movies should represent that stuff.
Totally. Yeah. And that's kind of how, so at the end of this, where Luthor is completely done or whatever, and he has his big pathetic moment where he's just so mad at Superman and he's not going to stop until he's done with blah, 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 all of that stuff. On the news, it shows that like all of this stuff's coming out that Luthor was like going, like he was the evil one all along. So he gets thrown into jail or whatever. And that's kind of the last we see of him. He's just so full of hatred. Like I love him so much. He's so good. I can't wait to see more.
It's a great life.
He's so good. Yeah. Because he's going to go to like some stupid, he's so smart, but he's so fueled by hatred and revenge and anger that he makes stupid decisions, like ripping apart the city that he lives in and potentially maybe killing them in the process just to get to Superman.
His tower, and he's like, "All right, we just fucking pull the ripcord on this," and like the room they're in is like a ship that can just fly away as the building gets fucking torn in half. It's like, maybe I'll turn it off when it gets to a city I care about.
Yeah, no, it's so good. The other thing that kind of glimpsed over while this is all happening, the conflict in Baravia is being stopped by the Justice Gang, with Metamorpho now with them as well, because he's in Earth after the dimension gate crumbled or whatever. He got pulled through. And that whole thing is like, that's just the fun part of the child holding up the Superman flag and like calling out for Superman. There's still people on this earth like believing and have hope that they're going to be saved or helped or whatever. Like that is.
And then fucking Green Lantern shows up and flips over a tank with a middle finger.
Yeah. I just really like the like that side is still in this movie too, where Superman represents hope to people that are weaker or whatever, or that need help.
Yeah.
Like, and because that's not That doesn't happen in Metropolis at all. They all turn against him on a dime, and then like everything is okay at the end. But that whole time, there's still like people calling out for Superman and cheering that he's gonna help save them, and they have faith. And I think that is also important in a Superman thing, is that there should always be people that like get hope or have faith that they're gonna be helped or whatever. So that's that. But you're right. Green Lantern comes, he's like, you got the better squad kid or whatever, and then they just starts flipping off the tanks, and it's so stupid. It's such a stupid moment, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's a good time. Hawkgirl kills,
literally drops that man.
Kills that dictator. It's pretty cool. She screeches a lot while she's flying around, which I thought like that tickled me every time, because there's a lot of times where she's in that scene, but like the camera's not on her, and you just hear the like or whatever. And
it's so funny because like when she's just in normal mode, she's so chill. When
she's
like,
normal,
that's and then when she's just like in hot girl mode, she's just fucking screeching.
It's so stupid, but I love it. They don't do enough with her. I would say that's maybe a criticism, is that she doesn't really have her big moment in this. She does kill that dude though. That's cool.
She does.
I like that
dude. I just appreciate where he's like, "You're like Superman. You're soft," and she's like, "I'm not fucking Superman. Are you kidding me?" And she just drops him.
Fucking drops him. Yeah. And Mr. Terrific isn't part of this, but I mean, obviously he's with Superman doing other stuff, so he's had his moment too. So it's fine that he doesn't really have a huge moment anymore at the end. He had his stuff, so he's fine. I wish Hawkgirl had more of one. We should talk about Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner in the Green Lantern, because that choosing the shitty Green Lantern is such a good pull, because you can do just such weird, stupid things that are also like fun and powerful. Like you said, the mitts or whatever that he puts on the monster. It's brilliant. It's so good. The weird drill that he's like trying to drill into his eyeball with. These awful implementations.
And like he's a hero, but he's a fucking dick. It's
totally
great.
Yeah,
it's such a good contrast when you have the fucking Boy Scout as your pro tag. The guy who's just out here to save everyone versus the guy who's like, I'm gonna save people, but come on, I'm doing it my way.
There's that on running joke of like the Justice Gang, and Hawkgirl's like, no, it's we're not called that. That's a stupid name. And at the end, Metamorpho's like, can I join you guys? And he's like, I don't know. What are you guys called? The Justice Gang. Oh, that's a cool name. You're in. It's just like, it's such a good moment. That's all it took, is somebody to just be like, oh man, his name is actually pretty cool. That's all he wanted that whole time.
A little bit of validation.
No, it's good. I like that he refers to Superman as a fellow man of the cloth.
Oh, I was gonna say, I wanted to mention that detail. That's so good.
Yeah, we're of the cloth, fellow man of the cloth. It's so stupid. No, he's great, and he was one that when I saw him again, I was kind of like a little eye rolly, because I feel like Nathan Fillion's become almost like a meme to have in your thing at this point.
Sure,
but. He did well. I really, really enjoyed him in this. He was used correctly, I would say. That man is old. I haven't seen him in a while. That man aged. I love his shitty haircut too. God, so good. It's so good. Yeah, man. Okay.
He's basically playing like Captain Hammer from Dr. Horrible in this movie. Except a little more heroic.
Yeah, basically. So everything is wrapped up except that the Fortress of Solitude, Superman and Krypto return or whatever, and they do the whole like flashback thing of like while he's being healed up or resting or whatever, where it's like put on the video of his parents, it suits him. It's a nice callback to the beginning where that video or transmission was of Jor-El, and now it's like the like home videos of him with like his Earth parents with the Kents. I thought that was a really nice, sincere moment. I really liked that moment. I thought that was very good.
That one also feels like the way that's built as a plot structure as like a weird corrective on Superman movies, which have been like weirdly obsessed with like his Kryptonian parentage. Yeah. And like made that more of a focus rather than like he gets all his fucking morality from his Kansas farmer parents.
Yeah. But I like that in this movie, he had to remember that too, right? With that like heart to heart with his dad and like being back at home or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
And I think that thought that's a whole thing with this movie is like it's presenting you the movie Superman as you've seen it, but we're moving it a bit in ways that are good, ways that I like.
Yes, ways I like. That is a way I would say it too, for sure. Yeah. I like it quite a bit. This is also where we get the cameo for, I guess this is like the cameo of like what's to come up or whatever. We get Supergirl shows up to pick up her dog. Krypto was her dog all along. And how do you feel about weird drunken party girl Supergirl?
I think it's great for a cameo, and it's a great place to, if you're going to tell a future story with that character, it's a great place to start that character.
Okay, sure. That's fair. Because obviously there will be more to her, but what we get here is she calls him like a dick or something. What does she say? She calls him a name, Superman, while she picks up her dog. The dog just like pushes her over and starts destroying the fortress by being excited and like pushing her into the ground or whatever.
Slamming her over and over again as she's laughing.
Yeah.
Yes, this is why this dog is like this.
And she's picking up the dog because she's gonna go drinking on a planet with a red sun because that's the only way that she can get drunk. That's the cameo. I do like that they kind of hand wave away that Krypto won't always be around either this way, where it's not his dog, so maybe don't expect him all the time when Superman's around. I think that's good and important, and also it leads to like, why is the dog so poorly trained? Oh, it's because she's kind of a dipshit. That's why. Yeah. Super irresponsible dog owner.
I think she calls Superman a bitch. And she leaves.
A bitch. That's what, yeah. She says like later bitch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with Supergirl. I think it should be fun.
Yeah, go into space, getting drunk, having adventures.
Yeah.
More Krypto, maybe?
Hopefully.
All good things.
Yeah, all good things. Is that the end? Oh no. The end is him talking. No, that is the end. I missed the part where after all of this, Lois comes down and as Superman, he says, let's go over here so I can give you an interview or whatever. And they do like this really kind of, they're in like an abandoned mall or whatever, a closed down mall. And they do this like really sweet shot. Again, the wide shot of like the mall with all the stores closed or shattered or whatever. I can't remember. And they're just like kissing and like flying up and spinning in the middle. I thought that was a really nice shot as well. Apparently, that shot is censored in India. The Indian like TV movie people or whatever. I don't know if they thought it was like weird or something, but they took that out. That's apparently not in there. I read that today. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's.
I guess they don't like to see characters kiss.
I guess not. No. I thought that was a sweet moment because that's the moment that there's like a moment earlier where he's kind of saying to her like, I love you or whatever, and it might be the last time they talk for all you know or whatever. He's got to go do the thing. and she just kind of doesn't respond in the same way. And then here she's like, oh, and also I love you and blah, blah, blah. Like, this is kind of where they like make up and the relationship like starts, the bond is stronger, obviously. And it kind of ends with that old thing, which I thought was good. Yeah. Sweet little moment. And it cuts to like the outside people just being like, so how long have they been hooking up or whatever? It's like, it's pretty funny. That's a funny little gag, I guess.
You haven't mentioned.
No.
We get
I forgot all about that. Yeah, Jimmy, the boss. Yeah. I can't remember who else is in that scene, but all of the bugle people are there. The main ones anyway. So anyways, that's the end. Goes to credits. The first mid-credits scene is just like a moment of Superman and Krypto on the moon looking at Earth, which I thought was that's just a fun image. I really like that one. That's cool.
Yeah, it's sweet.
It's a sweet image. And then the post-credit one we talked about with Terrific and Superman just looking at the building being off kilter or whatever. And
just not quite lined up. Just not quite lined up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that is the whole movie. God, I wanted to talk so bad about, like, I feel better now. Like, I got it out, you know?
We've talked for about the runtime of that movie.
Dude. And, like, I spent, like, about the same amount of time writing together my thoughts in a way that didn't spoil anything, too. I've been thinking about this movie a lot. It's out. Now I can never think about it again. I'm so happy.
Oh, thank God. Offloading fucking mental space into media that it can exist somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like empty your filing cabinet into this audio file,
honestly,
or whatever, or this text document.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So obviously I'm super high on it. It sounds like you are too. We've kind of talked ad nauseum. Is this your favorite Superman movie currently?
It's my favorite Superman movie with Superman in it.
What does
my favorite
that mean?
Superman is Shin Ultraman. It's basically a Superman movie, but it doesn't. It's not actually about Superman.
Right. Okay. No, that's fine. I was just like,
but part of what's fucking great about Shin Ultraman is like, it's the Superman movie I always wanted that I never got, and also it's a great kaiju movie.
I think there's going to be a decent amount of people that still hold a huge reverence for the original Donner movie, Superman, and maybe even that whole like series, maybe not like 3 and 4, but 1 and 2. And I think they're people that are the generation above us, because that to them, this movie for us was probably their movie, like their version back then of that character. And I get that. I personally think this is better because this is more what I want. This is like reading a modern comic run of a Superman. Like, this is somebody's run of Superman, like 4 or 5 issues that I watched essentially. And I love that. Like, it felt really good. Every scene felt like it could have been like a comic panel of some sort or whatever. And I really, really enjoyed it myself.
Yeah.
What do you think about Gunn in general going forward? Because we know Supergirl is the next thing that comes out next year around this time.
Well, I've one nitpick I just want to say while I was thinking about it, about this movie in particular. Is because it's still just like, it's not that radical a superhero movie. Like, it's like a normal, modern, grounded like the groundedness where for me, I would want more Superman's powers to be more fantastic. And there's stuff in the 78 movie where, just because of the way effects work at the time, where he does like when he drills in the hole and it's just like a weird spin drawing and then there's a hole behind him and it's like fucking magic. I kind of like that. I kind of like, and I wish there was a few more moments in this movie that were surprising in terms of like the way his superness worked. I feel like I wasn't like blown away. It's like Superman it had more sci-fi grounding to it, where like this is how Superman works, he can do these things, rather than like expanding the space or like the possibility of what being Superman is. And that's like the modern version of Superman, like post Crisis on Infinite Earths, in like 90s, late 80s going forward. But like Silver Age Superman could do fucking anything, and they were creating new weird superpowers every week or whatever that were nonsense. And I kind of wish, in my heart of hearts, I wish more of that energy could exist in the world.
Do you think it
Just
could,
doing
though?
fucking bizarre. I just don't think
In,
it
like,
could exist in like
follow-ups.
a mainstream movie like this.
Gotcha. It's a little
Like
too
I think
out
it's
there.
too. I think it's too it's too like weird.
Gotcha.
But part of it is, like there are moments in Shin Ultraman where, because that's like a lower budget thing, like there's stuff that just looks weird. There's scenes where they're literally recreating him to look like a little figure, like from the old Ultraman show, and I just think that's great. Like there's like ways of looking like the old like model kit stuff, or like older styles of practical tech of special effects that I think are cooler to me than really good CGI.
Sure.
Like the scene where the building falls and Superman catches it to save the lady. He like catches it at like the last moment so they can do the close up of him holding it over her. Where like, to me, Superman is the thing that efforts that like is a little dot that catches that building and fucking puts it back. Because he's Superman. Like that's
Right.
it's ridiculous and it makes no sense. But he's Superman. He can do it. Like that's
Right.
like in my heart of hearts. That's where I live. Whereas this movie is way more grounded in the way the powers work.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't want what you want. This is what I
Yeah,
want.
that's
so
fine.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because like it's not that I want Superman to be grounded and realistic, but a building falling over should still he should still have to exert force to me. I don't want him to will it away essentially like it was nothing.
Sure.
Because visually it's more interesting than
I think it's
like,
visually I like it when it looks like he's doing a physical thing as a person. Like the way those early shorts work, where like he's a rotoscoped human being punching a thing, but what he's doing is fucking impossible. He's punching a laser beam.
Sure. Right. I mean, that's okay too. I just don't want, like, I literally just don't want God Superman.
Yeah,
100% God. Yeah.
I just
That's
want it to
kinda
be a
where I'm
little
at.
more like, whoa, what the hell? That was fucking
I think
wild.
they might get there. Eventually. Yeah.
I think
mean,
the
who
closest
knows?
this movie
We'll
gets
see.
is like when he gets like swarmed by all the dudes and like just starts spinning and shooting laser beams everywhere.
And that part's awesome. It's so good. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to go even further.
You know, I did think to myself, the black hole should actually probably be not much to him. Like, he should have been able to take, but I guess he was like still weakened. I don't know.
Yeah,
That
when
was
he's in
like
the
a part
pocket
that
dimension, he's still weak.
Yeah. That was a part that felt like, well, if he wasn't weak, he probably could have just flown out of there. Fine. Shouldn't have been an issue. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Supergirl. I want to see what they do with that, with Gunn producing. Clayface is after that. That should be weird and interesting. Mike Flanagan is writing it.
That's fucking weird.
It is a weird choice for your third movie, I will say.
Yeah.
That seems like a third chapter movie. So James Gunn's DCU is being split up instead of phases into chapters. And chapter 1 is God and Monsters is chapter 1. So it starts with Superman, followed up by Supergirl, Clayface after that, The Authority after that, The Brave and the Bold after that, and Swamp Thing are currently the ones that have been talked about under this. Then other things that are being developed is a Teen Titans thing, I guess a Wonder Woman film, a Justice League thing will be done, I'm sure, eventually. It's probably in pre-production, I would assume. Yeah, I don't know. I think it should be interesting, and if he chooses the right people, I think all of them could be at least watchable and fun. I guess we'll just have to see, though, because you're right. When he's not fully involved, like, how do they do? Supergirl, he's not fully involved. He is a producer for all of these, but he isn't, like, the one doing it.
If he's just a producer, then he's just Kevin Feige, and you get the same problems, even if he's probably better at it.
Right, that's it. So
I will say
Supergirl,
that the authority is one of the things, the existence of the authority is one of the things that pisses me off about the darker turns on the Justice League. It's like, if you wanted to tell a story where the Justice League are fascists, the authority's right there. It exists. Make that movie. That's the thing you wanted to do.
That's what they're doing.
That's just Superman and Batman, but also their boyfriends and also they're fascists. That's what it is.
Yeah. What do you think they're going to do for that?
I have no idea.
Because there's no information about it at all yet.
Yeah. And I don't want to believe anyone, because, like, around this movie, people kept throwing out it's, like, inspired by All-Star Superman. This movie has fucking nothing to do with All-Star Superman. I don't know why that keeps getting quoted.
Maybe, like, people just throwing misinformation out to see.
It's just like, this is a popular Superman story comic that people like and sold well.
Yeah. Do you think the authority has anything to do with this movie? Kind of leaves off humanity. Well, not humanity, but the government people, after Lex is kind of taken away, are just, one of them, like the general guy or whatever, says, well, I'm sure glad you trust the metahumans because they're calling the shots now, or what, like, this is that like the setup, do you think, to what's going on with that? I have no idea. Yeah.
Because I think the authority is more like you have a Batman and Superman analog who are just like, we should be in charge.
Maybe the engineer was part of that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Clayface is, because that comes out first.
So, I can't believe Clayface is like their third movie. That's so weird.
It is extremely fucking weird. Yeah. I generally like Mike Flanagan's ideas for, like, weird horror shit. So it might be a weird horror thing. That could be cool. Being directed by James Watkins, who I don't think I know. Oh, he did the remake of Speak No Evil. Okay. I don't know. That doesn't say much to me because it's a remake. And some other stuff I didn't see. I didn't see Bastille Day. The Woman in Black I never watched. So, like, a bunch of other stuff I never watched. Oh, My Little Eye he did. That's also,
I think I'm a little also down on Mike Flanagan just because, like, the movie of his I've seen is Doctor Sleep, which is not great.
Oh, I haven't seen that. See, I heard that it's, like, close to the source material, which is what people like.
Well, what's weird about it, it's like a superhero movie, and then they go visit the house from The Shining at the end of it. the hotel. The end. It's just weird because the part where they go visit the Shining, the Shining motel at the end is not fucking from the book. That's not a thing. That's like just because that movie exists.
Fan service sort of thing. Yeah, I got you.
Whereas, like, the rest of the movie, it's like a weird superhero thing with these psychic kids.
Sure.
And this lady in a hat.
Okay, fair enough.
Because Stephen King had this idea of an evil lady in a hat.
That's he usually does. That's how he writes everything. He sees something and then he writes something about it. When you write as much as he does, I get it. It's fine.
Yeah. It's also it was like in this run of movies Ian McGregor was making where he's like a weird, sad dad. Like that, the Winnie the Pooh remake, or whatever that live action Winnie the Pooh movie was. Yeah.
Yeah, Blood and Honey or whatever.
No, not that one.
The Pooniverse. The only one worth watching. You're talking about the Christopher Robin one or whatever, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blood and Honey. That one. Okay. The last thing we need to talk about, which we kind of alluded to, is this. Did you see or read anything about like how Snyder fans were trying to get together to like try to make this thing flop? Did you see any of this?
Only vaguely, only through the ether. Secondhand winds of stuff.
I just want to read this to you. There was a post on Reddit that like got a lot of people kind of clowning on it and Snyder fans in general.
Yeah.
And the title is "Stand Up and Fight for Snyderverse" on July 11th. It's pretty short, so I'll just read what it says. Fight for our Snyderverse on the Imposter Superman release day. Here's what we can do to make a difference. 1. Post spoilers everywhere. People are less likely to see or enjoy the movie if it's already spoiled. 2. Leave bad rating on review sites. We know for sure Gunn bots will post fake positive reviews, so we must let people know the truth and balance the bias out with realistic scores. Gunn bots.
Gunn bots.
3, this is their last point here. Reserve tickets online, but don't complete the purchase. By selecting and reserving tickets, it gets taken out of the pool for a period of time, which means this has a chance of stopping gun bots from buying tickets.
So unhinged.
And then it ends with, Gunn fired the first shot and killed the Snyderverse, and here's our chance to take the fight back at him, restore the Snyderverse. If we can't have our Superman, no one can. These are hashtags. Those last two.
Well, I don't think it worked because I went to see the movie and it was full and everybody clapped at the end.
Nobody clapped in mine, but like as soon as it was over, everybody that was like with somebody else were like chattering and talking about what they just saw, and it was all very positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was. This was one of those movies that I had a really fun time in it. I think it just gets everything, in my opinion, correct of these characters, and I love the look. I love the look so fucking much. I went on this weird rabbit hole of just like trying to watch videos of the like camera equipment and stuff that they use, and the weird thing is that no one has used this combination, but this like lens with the camera before this, because all of the reviews for that camera lens are photographers talking about like shots you can get with it. Nothing to do with movie making or anything. So like
that's very funny.
It's just like completely new ground for like that combination of stuff. But the cameras, obviously, I looked into, and then people just talking about their opinions on the look. Some people fucking hate it. And like, that's fine. I just disagree. I thought it looked fantastic. I loved every moment of actually watching the thing. So big fan for all of that stuff. But maybe most importantly also for me is that, like I kind of said at the beginning, this is like the start of a new era. And I'm super excited to kind of like latch on and just see where it goes from here. That was my big thing. That's kind of why I made sure to go as soon as possible, because I knew that I wanted to see it before anything was spoiled for me.
I would say I'm a little more skeptical about the era, but I know.
Hey, I didn't say it necessarily need to be good.
But I will say that, like, I know I wanted to see this because I like Gunn as a filmmaker, and I thought he would make a good Superman movie, and he did. So I'm happy.
He did.
And I find it very funny that he used a lot of the tropes that I would point out as things that are bad about superhero movies, but he did it good. That's the difference. You just have to make a good movie. That's really the most important thing. It's not all the other details. Not that important. Making a good movie that I enjoyed. That's that's the big thing.
Who knew that actually caring would like come through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knew?
It's also just a thing of like, I don't think this is a thing I've heard Gunn say, like, I don't think there's superhero movie burnout. There's mediocre movie burnout. It's like, I'm tired of all these Marvel movies fucking being meh.
Totally. And that's why Thunderbolts being a 7 out of 10, people are treating it like a 9 because it's higher than mediocre. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's totally right. This is a fantastic movie, though. Like, I don't know who would be listening to us talk about it and then go decide to watch it like now, but I would definitely say visually, I think it's stunning, and you should go watch this thing. It's so I might actually go again when Erin comes back home from visiting her parents to take her to it because I loved it that much. It's just so good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for
and I'm happy
listening.
that you, a famous Superman hater, loved the Superman thing. I think that's fucking sick.
A famous Superman hater.
Famous Superman hater.
I mean, first of all, thank you. I'm glad you recognize. But second, no, I don't hate Superman. I just don't love him. Yeah, that's it. And I mean, maybe that's changed now. Like, I have been thinking, do I own the other Superman movies? I should just watch them all again and just kind of pick apart what I liked about those and hated about those in comparison. And I might, but I don't own a lot of them. I do own Returns. And I think Brandon Routh, is that? I can't remember how to say his name, but I thought he was okay as a Superman. That movie's just bad, though, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch the Snyderverse.
I remember my favorite part of it was Kevin Spacey as Luthor, but there's also the Kevin Spacey of it when you're watching it now. Yeah,
I mean, there is that.
and it was like made by fucking what's his face, Bryan Singer. Who's also a piece of garbage. And it's not like that. I ever thought that movie was great. It's like, it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I had fun with it the first and second time I watched it ever. I don't know. I should check those out again at some point.
I would go watch
maybe.
I would say go watch the first couple of the 40 shorts again. Those things are sick.
I don't have those easily accessible. I'm sure I can find them online.
I think they're on YouTube.
Yeah,
they're
I
old
should go
enough
watch
to be
those.
Public domain.
I should go watch those. You're right. But yeah, it reignited a thing in me. Like, it kind of also made me realize, like I said at the beginning, that as an adult, I think I see stuff a little bit differently about Superman now too.
Sure.
So, like, it's different, right? Because when I got into superhero stuff, I still really like tragic figures even now. I love tragedies so much. They're my favorite type of movies. But it's nice to have that in the face of tragedy, somebody still does the right thing all the time. Like, it's nice, you know?
Yep.
It's a nice change. And it's nice that it's not difficult for him, maybe. Because there is something nice and relatable about these heroes doing the right thing, and it's hard for them, and you feel for them. And it's like Spider-Man having to make the choice where he, like, does something and somebody else might get hurt or whatever. That's great. That's good writing for characters and stories and blah, blah, blah. But there's also something kind of nice about having a character that, you know, no matter what, the right choice will be made because that's his natural inclination. He doesn't have to fight internally about something. He just is doing right. Like, it's kind of a nice change because everything is so cynical these days, myself included, that it's nice to have something like wholesome, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, the robots are fun, and Krypto.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'll say, like, one of my favorite versions of Superman is the 90s animated version.
I never watched much of that. Maybe I should do that.
That show is so good. And like the way that show builds into then Justice League and Justice League Unlimited off of that show, with like Luthor being a major villain in Justice League. It's great the way it a lot of the like ideas that feel so forced of like the government turning on Superman or whatever, the Chewie like builds those stories over the course of years, so that it like when it hits, it fucking hits because you've like built into it. When Superman snaps, you're like, you fucking get it because Luthor's been fucking messing with them for so long, or whatever. Like it. Yeah, I just think that stuff that works a lot better over a grand scale. When you're dealing with Superman in the context of like a movie, I think really just nailing the like core of the character is like important.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. For anybody listening, thanks for listening. I mean, 2.5 hours worth of talking about this thing. I feel relaxed now. Like I let it all go. I can breathe. And I know you like talking about stuff right away, so I figured when you said you were gonna go watch it, it would be a match made in heaven to just do a big, stupid, long talking thing. So there we go.
Hell yeah.
All right, thanks for hanging out and talking, and thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys later.
Peace.